On the subject of SNL, and it's sweet when you took over for Norm, and Gilbert and I haven't said anything. Gilbert, I don't know. Have you spoken publicly since Norm passed about him, Gil?
I don't know if
we haven't said anything on this show, which we would like to do now. You both knew him well, but the bartender speech when you took over, and obviously it was a very awkward period for you.
Oh God!
To be stepping into that role, and also a friend's job.
Yes, yeah. It was like we lived in the same building too.
You know how you go to your favorite bar, and your local bartender isn't there? You ask, "Where's Jeff?" Jeff no longer works here. I'm Steve. And you're thinking, "Hey, who's this idiot? I like Jeff." But you still want your drink? And even though Steve doesn't mix your drink the same way you're used to, like Jeff, you still like the bar. You don't have to go to a different bar. And even Steve might feel kind of bad because Jeff trained him.
Did he ever say anything to you about that? Did he ever give you a blessing?
He was so he was so classy in not saying anything.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's all.
You have that great I'm Steve, what can I get you?
Yeah.
The bartender piece.
Well, I'm Steve. What can I get you?
But I wish it would have stayed the way it was. But, you know, it is what it is. But, yeah, Norman's he's so funny. He was so distinctively funny. You know?
Nobody liked him, really.
No, he had his own thing. You know what I mean? He was just very, well, like Gilbert. I mean, they just have their own, they march to their own drummer, even in a business where everybody marches to their own drummer. They both have that, you know, idiosyncratic thing where it just be like, this is how I am, and that's it. And it's great. But, you know, you have to tune to their frequency. You know, it's not like you can just, you know.
You know what's funny about that first update you did? Here's Norm being fired, as we all know, by Don Ohlmeyer,
right?
Because of cutting too close to the bone with the OJ jokes. When in fact he was doing a public service by telling those OJ jokes. And I'm watching you do your first update. There's an OJ joke. It's like the third joke.
Yeah.
In the February issue of Esquire magazine, O.J. Simpson said that if I had killed Nicole, it would have been because I loved her very much. And then he said, and if I had killed Ron Goldman, it would have been because he accidentally witnessed me loving Nicole very much. Somebody should buy this guy a John Gray book, all right?
You shook his hand once? O.J.? Getting out of a car?
Well,
he was getting out of a limo?
He was getting out of a limo middle of the afternoon. And I have no psychic energy. I've never had those kinds of things, you know. But for whatever reason, this was in an afternoon. He's getting out of a limo with a girl. It's spring break. It's packed with people. It's Florida. And they're like, hey, do you want to meet OJ? I go, yeah, OJ. He's greatest running back of all time. You know, great, charming movie star. I shake his hand. He shakes my hand. And he's not even looking at me. He's looking past me. And he shakes my hand. And I felt like a jolt of, like, evil. I swear to God.
It's like the Dead Zone.
That's what it was like. That's what it was like. And I was like, I go, that was weird, OJ. I love OJ. Well, that was weird energy, you know.
Wow. So you picked up on something.
I feel like I did, you know. It's, of course, in retrospect, but I remember telling people at the time, so.
I was also fond of, going back to your SNL bits, Colin Quinn Explains the New York Times.
Yeah, that was a good one.
And the St. Pat's editorial and Joe Blow. You look like you were having fun, and the best stuff is you and Norm together.
That's right. That's right.
There's obviously an affection that comes across on the screen.
Yes, yeah, and that was the early days of it. It was great.
I'm sorry we never managed to get him here. We tried, and for whatever reason, he was as elusive as you.
He's more elusive. He's like,
he was.
I love to do it. I'd love to. You're like, oh, good. How about next week? Yes. What day? And you're like, okay. Yeah. He's like, all right, call him and we'll set it up. Next week is perfect because I'm doing this. And you're like, hey, I'll say Norm. Years later, what happened? What? I thought I was going to come on your show. What happened? It's like, oh, Jesus, Norm.
Well, like you say, march to his own drum.
Yeah.
I remember meeting OJ at a party years ago, and it turns out he was a fan.
Uh-oh.
And he did an imitation of me, and to this day, I wish I had like that on film.
Of
Because it would be like Charles Manson doing an imitation.
Yeah. Yeah.
Obviously, a lot of entertaining celebrities, but Norm Macdonald used to come on our show in the early days, and those were, I thought, great television because we never knew what was happening, and it was always teetering on the edge of it was all about to blow up. It's all about to fail, and it would always end brilliantly. And then he stopped coming around, and it was just a period that passed. And I was always sad about that because I thought we're a very celebrity-conscious age, and people always think that the best guests are the biggest celebrities. Sometimes, the best guests are these people that you have a weird connection with, and it's compelling television. People see and they talk to me about it later on. Like I'll be out in the world walking around, and people will say, "I saw that when you were with Harlan or when you were with Norm or with Will, and that really got wild and crazy in a way that they don't see on television now."
Have you, over the years, who are some of the people who have been your go-to people? That I just remember Dave in his early years had Terry Garr and he had Sandra Bernhard.
Yes.
And they were kind of magic together. Who are your...
I had so many people. Norm Macdonald was this person who would come. You all know Norm Macdonald, but Norm Macdonald, when we'd have him on in the early days, to this day, I've never interviewed anybody like Norm Macdonald.
Who was the best guest that you've ever interviewed, and who was the worst?
I love Will Ferrell. I also love Norm Macdonald because he comes on and his stories are all invented. None of them are real. They're all old farmers' daughters jokes. And he pretends he'll come on. I'll say, "What's up, Norm?" He'd be like, the other day I was walking down the road and a pirate comes up. I'm like, "What?" Yeah, a pirate comes along, and he's got 3 pigs with him. One of them is wearing a hat, one's got a pipe, and then it's just a complete waste of everybody's time that's absolutely delightful and hilarious. And so I love him.
Your favorite guests are always like the Bill Burr, Norm Macdonald.
Yes.
This might go off the rails really fast.
I
type of guys.
Norm Macdonald, one of the great talk show guests of all time. He invented something that Norm Macdonald invented this amazing thing that I've never seen anybody do before or since. It's kind of like he split the atom. It was that revolutionary. Norm would come on and he would, instead of telling you a real story, like if I had you on the show and you're like, "Hey, Bill, tell me, well, and remember I was living in Chestnut Hill once," and you would tell a real story about what happened to you in your life. Norm tells old jokes as stories that happened to him.
Yeah.
So I'd be like, "Norm, what are you up to?" And I mean really old jokes from like the 1920s. And he'd be like, "Well, Conan, I don't know if you're aware that I purchased a farm, Conan." I'd be like, "Really? You purchased a..." Yeah, I purchased a farm. Of course, I have 3 daughters." And I'm like, "You have 3 daughters?" "Yeah, I have 3 daughters on the farm. One very attractive, one not as attractive, and of course the third not, well, she's ugly, Conan. She's ugly." And I'd be like, "Well, one day this traveling salesman comes to the farm, and he says, now, Norm, I tell you," and then it's like he's telling an old traveling salesman joke.
Yeah.
But
But about halfway through where it's going.
I usually know. I know kind of what he's doing. I'm laughing that he has the balls to do this. I'm laughing at the audacity. So I don't even care if this joke lands or not. I'm laughing that he's committing to the fact that, no, he doesn't have a farm. He doesn't have 3 daughters. There's no traveling salesman. But he doesn't care in a way that is exhilarating and scary at the same time. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. And plus, he probably has some people in the audience who are taking completely seriously, right?
Yes. Yeah. He's got some people thinking.
We call them tourists.
Yes, we call them. They're usually from San Bernardino.
Well, Norm had the greatest talk show moment in the history of talk shows with Courtney Thorne Smith.
That was epic. That was so great. And it's funny because
it's lived on. Who knew that we were going to have YouTube eventually?
You know
where
what?
We could just queue it up on command.
God bless YouTube. I had no idea when those things were happening. I thought, we're talking 1993, 94. When those things were happening, I thought, what did I know? I just thought if you were up and you saw it, that means you saw you saw an amazing thing happen. And if you, and then maybe if I get to stay on the air long enough, we'll have a 1-year anniversary show and maybe you'll see it then. But if you're not there for that, it's gone. And now I meet people, that around the world that will say, oh, I just saw that thing with you and Norm and Courtney Thorne Smith. And I'll think that was a moment of my life when I was 30.
Yeah.
And I'm like 85 now. Like, how is that possible?
But what's the movie going to be called? Really?
I know what it's going to be called.
Yeah, what's that?
If it's got Carrot Top in it, you know what a good name for it would be?
What's that, Norm?
Box Office Poison.
She's in it.
What about my career?
Courtney Thorne Smith, the girl sitting to your left, is in the movie.
I'm going to go see it for closure.
There's this movie coming out.
Yes.
Title undetermined at this point.
Chairman of the board.
Oh, all right. Do something with that, you freak.
I bet the board is spelled B-O-R-E-D. I will have a few words with my trusty sidekick, Adam Egan.
Hi, Norm.
Why are you wearing a scarf?
I've been bitten with the acting bug.
You're acting?
Yeah. I think that some producers saw my work that I've been doing here on the show, and I've been cast in a film.
You're in a film?
Yes.
A film?
Yep. I actually brought a clip.
Well, you brought a clip?
I brought a clip. I'd love to show it.
That's incredible.
And
yeah, sure.
We
can show your clip.
Well, let's roll the clip.
Okay, let's take a look.
Yes. Oh, yeah. Oh, right there. Oh my God, that's a huge. Oh, right there. Adam, you spineless little jellyfish. That's
the latest film I've been working on. It's called Cuckold Sessions #7. I've done several. I've done several since the break.
Cuckold. A cuckold is a man whose wife is promiscuous to his face and everybody knows it.
Exactly. In this particular scene.
And this is a genre of film?
Yeah, a very popular genre.
This is hardcore pornography.
Oh yeah. It's hardcore pornography, but it's got a real following. We have I was just recognized for an award at the AVN Awards for best cuckold film, and in this particular scene, my wife is shaming me.
Now, who plays your wife?
Oh, my actual wife.
That's Debbie?
Yeah. You can't see her entire face. He's a pretty big guy.
Wait a minute. There's an African-American man making love to your actual wife, Debbie.
Yeah.
While you sit
Mandingo is his name.
Mandingo.
Hell of a guy. Real nice guy.
Nice guy.
Yeah, nice guy.
So he has sex with your wife and ridicules you as he's doing it.
Exactly. Well, it's a film. My motivation, I really get into the character. I've noticed I take a lot of time to get to know the character and really immerse myself in the role and think, how would I feel if my wife, let's say Debbie, for instance.
Well, it is Debbie.
Well, yes, but I mean, her character, yes, it's
Who does
Debbie.
she play?
Her name in this movie, I believe, is Ruby.
That sounds a lot like Debbie.
Oh, yes, but it's just a film. It's a film, Norm. I mean, this,
No, I understand.
Citizen Kane was only partially based on reality. Johnny Cockhammer, the gentleman.
What?
Johnny Cockhammer is the gentleman.
Johnny Cockhammer.
Cockhammer. It's two separate words, but the gentleman who directed this film, in the industry, they're referring to him as the Orson Welles of the cuckold genre as well. A real wonder kid.
Now, I was just over to your place for a lovely dinner party.
That was nice. It was nice to have you. We really appreciated that.
It was just you, me, Debbie, and that
Mandingo.
Yeah.
Yes.
Now I know it's Mandingo. I spent the whole time trying to talk about 42, the movie 42. I didn't know what to do, but who was that? Was that other guy? Was that Johnny Cockhammer?
Yes.
The other guy that was there?
Yes, Johnny Cockhammer. The guy who brought the brie.
That brie.
Delicious.
Oh, suspicious.
Well, I thought it was divine. It paired well with the Pinot Noir, I thought.
So you're going to continue these?
Oh, most definitely. They're calling me the Philip Seymour Hoffman of the genre.
Well, hopefully you'll meet the same end. The kind of porn this guy enjoys the best.
So we covered it.
Yeah. Cuckold porn.
Oh, he stands there and watches someone fuck his girl.
Yeah, someone of a different race.
Is it always? Is that what it means?
Very traditional way. Yeah.
Traditional way. I didn't know. I didn't.
Well, where did you get that voice?
I don't know. It scares me at times. Sometimes it's comforting. But I never knew what cuckold meant. I just click on it.
We are living in a golden age.
I go, can we just tell people we went in the behind and we don't have to really do it?
The behind.
I'm trying to clean up your fucking show. We're living in a golden age of Adam masturbating to interracial granny porn.
I told you that one in confidence. That's fine.
Norm used to say the same thing to me every time, and it made me laugh every single time he'd see me. He'd walk up and he'd go, don't tell me, don't tell me, don't tell me. You're on a show. And it's a big show, but don't tell me, don't tell me. And your last name's Collier. Hold on, don't tell me, don't tell me. It's a show, and you're on with some kids, and that's it. That's all I got. Your name's Collier, right? Every time he would say the same thing to me, and it made me laugh because I know I'd seen Norm coming, and I'd go, "Here he goes." He said, "Don't tell me." And as soon as he said, "Don't tell me," I just couldn't stop laughing.
I'm scared of letting go, go, go. I'm scared of letting go, go, go. I'm scared of letting go, go, go. I'm scared of letting go of everything in the past. I'm scared of letting.
You know him as Super Dave Osborne, but we've been brothers our whole lives. People don't realize our last name is actually Einstein. So Dave Einstein, Bob Einstein, you're Dave, I'm all right. Bob, what are your memories of Dad and the radio show? Because Mom didn't think it was funny. And
Our father was a wonderful man. He was the first man that I ever saw actually going to work with banana peels actually in his slippers. It was a wonderful, wonderful trick. I tried it years later. It never worked for me. That was the brilliance of our father.
You kept falling down.
I did.
Yeah.
Yes, it was just
He
one
could
of those,
ride a bike with the bananas in his slippers.
He could do anything with bananas, and that was what our mother loved about him.
I always thought it was the cheese. I thought she loved the cheese.
Well, she did. She loved cheese. She loved bananas. She loved cheese on bananas, and I think that is one of those moments that I really don't want to touch. That's really I think, between our parents.
You're probably right.
Hey, what about this? Super Dave has been on the phone with me.
Super Dave
backstage.
Osborne?
The great Super Dave Osborne.
Yes.
And he's been on the phone while I'm trying to get ready to come out here.
Yes,
he keeps phoning me.
That's what he does.
And he goes, this is what you do. You walk out. You're wearing a pompadour. You just look at Jimmy. You don't say a thing for 5 minutes.
This is why we never invite him back anymore.
He says, let me ask you a question. It's 4th down and 1. You're at the 1 yard line. You have the choice. You can head it to O.J. Simpson, Jim Brown, or Emmett Smith. I'd go with Rosie O'Donnell. Then you got Kirstie Alley in the hole and Wendy O. Williams behind her. Wendy O. Williams is the...
Wendy O. Williams? He's a punk singer or something, right?
No, I think he meant Wendy Williams. But he said, Wendy O. Williams is the lone second. I think he was a little confused. You want to do some jokes, David?
Fuck, something, yeah.
Well, here's a very, what do you call it? When a joke is just ripped from today's headlines.
We have to explain how the joke's
Topical.
After being drafted in the 7th round by the Rams, Michael Sam kissed his boyfriend. The celebration didn't end there because on ESPN2 there was full insertion. This is a joke.
That's good.
A Westchester parking enforcement officer stole $89,000 in quarters. How much laundry does this guy need to do?
No, this is a good performing joke.
The man behind the voice of Tony the Tiger. Sadly, the man behind the voice of Tony the Tiger died at 64. His last words, I don't feel great. I gave it something.
Yeah.
Are these left over from when you did updates?
We are living in a golden age.
I go, can we just tell people we went on the behind and we don't have to really do it?
The behind.
I'm trying to clean up your fucking show. We're living in a golden age of Adam masturbating to interracial granny porn.
Jen told you that one in confidence. That's fine.
To stop a pit bull attacking her daughter, a Texas man bit the dog. Well, that's an interesting story. A man bites a dog. It's not what I would call news.
Man bites dog?
Yeah.
It used to be dog bites man, right?
Yeah.
Is that the joke?
Yeah.
I don't get this. I don't get it, really. Do you write these for real? These come from the fucking YouTube subscribers or whatever.
Oh, you know the search for the Malaysian Airlines? Did you hear about the latest?
I heard it was missing.
Well, did you hear about the latest?
No.
Here, it's on this card.
Oh, okay. The search continues. In related news, a plane was spotted by some cavemen in the year 365 BC. I don't totally get it. It was back in time?
Is the final joke in my hand.
Thank God. Are we getting a wrap up?
I may not have book smarts, but you know what I have? Supermarket flyer smarts. You know where I got them? From reading a lot of supermarket flyers.
That can't be one of the jokes, is it?
Jesus.
Dude.
Did you ever think?
I smell a mass firing. Is this going to go down as a test show?
No.
You better fucking air it.
Listen, did you ever think that I wanted to...
Jesus Christ. Test show, test show.
Final joke.
It's growing on me.
From David Spade, a man in Chippewa. A man in Chippewa.
Did you help me like with that one? A man in Chippewa allowed a hyena to eat his penis after being told by a witch doctor it would help him become rich. Is it me or does it sound like that hyena and witch doctor were in cahoots? That's pretty. I'm glad you saved that for that.
And then when I see your stand-up periodically, I go out, well, God rest his soul, Norm. But remember you and I and Norm recently.
Oh,
that was the last time I saw Norm.
That for sure. Yeah, I mean, maybe me too, because he wouldn't during Corona, he didn't say what was going on. So he just say, I can meet in a week. And I go, all right, we'll go to this restaurant. Outside? I go, no, I mean, you can come to my house.
There.
But we did this fucking gig, me and Dennis in Oklahoma.
You guys played that big giant casino in Oklahoma?
Yeah, right up an hour south of TriStar.
Yeah.
I think it's
Did we
called
take a
TriStar.
plane or something?
Yeah,
all of us
we
together?
just laughed so
Can you imagine us three idiots?
Oh, yeah, you guys took, Norm, I remember you guys talking about this.
So listen, I had a headache, Dennis, right? So my neck was all fucked up as per usual. So we're driving over there, and Norm goes, do you want anything? And he's clutching like a falcon. He's got like some prescription bottle. I go, oh, I think I'm all right. And he goes, do you want fentanyl? I go, fentanyl? And
That's very Norm.
I go, isn't that the one everyone ODs on? He goes, yeah, but you just dose. You don't overdose. I go, oh, okay. I mean, that kind of makes sense.
Was he kidding, or
I don't
was
know.
it real?
That's
you can't tell with
Norm was like Andy Kaufman if he could have written jokes. You know, it wasn't all. Listen, I loved Andy, but it was theater pieces. Norm was like that.
Yeah,
but he had such
weirdo
an
with
agile.
jokes. Yeah.
You know, the first time I heard about Norm was I was doing HBO. No, I had a talk show that was syndicated.
Oh yeah,
and somebody said that there was a new kid from Canada, and they had glimpsed him at the Improv. And I said, well, he said, his name's Norm MacDonald. I think it was Eddie Feldman told me this. And I said, well, tell me, what's he like? And he said, I just remember one joke. Remember he used to do that great joke about, I feel sorry for the homeless guy, but I really feel sorry for the homeless guy's dog, because, you know, the dog's thinking, this is the longest fucking walk. I mean, do we go in anywhere? Because I could do this on my own. I laughed so hard at that joke.
Yeah.
I'm trying to be a better person now. You ever try to do that? I give a guy some money out there, a homeless guy in the street, and this is a kind of odd thing. He had a dog with him. You ever see this? He's a homeless guy, but he's got a dog. That kind of odd there. Guy got no home, you know, but he's got a dog. Yeah. And the dog's really thrilled with this idea, you know. Dog's going, hey, pal, I can do this by myself very well here, you know. The longest walk in the world you got me on here. What the hell? What the hell kind of a thing? What the deuce?
That's one of his best ones.
I say, well, see if he wants a gig if he's new in town. So they call Norm, and you know how they always say, put together a packet. And this made me laugh. This is the midwife joke that makes me laugh. And he says, Norm says he won't do packets. And that word sounds so,
it's so
it
funny.
sounds grim, like you're a taskmaster when you say, I want a packet of jokes. He said, but I'll send one joke and you can make a determination. So he said, remember the joke he did about Dahmer, where he essentially reads the UPI wire copy of the Jeffrey Dahmer trial, and it's so grim. I mean, it could not be grimmer. It's like Hieronymus Bosch sort of, and he disemboweled the young boy and ate the entrails, you know, all that stuff. And it gets to the end of the joke, and Norm says, in his defense, Dahmer said he started it. It's
So,
such a Norm.
hire him on the spot.
Hired him on the spot.
Yeah.
Serial killer Jeffrey Dahmer was attacked and killed by another inmate this week. Just before the fight, Dahmer threatened, hey, don't mess with me, pal. I used to eat guys like you for breakfast. Sorry about that. And with the Pope in New York City, some of the New York City's greediest and most heartless con men are getting rich selling fake tickets to the Mass in Central Park. Don't I know it? Look at all, look here. Look at all this. Oh, yeah. And in Polk City, Florida, a man had his stolen car returned, but the cremated remains of his father, I say the cremated remains of his father, are still missing. Don't I know it? Oh, yeah. That's right. A Minnesota man is being sued by a woman who claims that he promised to marry her, but called off to the wedding after he convinced her brother to give him a kidney. Don't I know it? A study says that pot use in high school is up sharply. Don't I know it? Oh, yeah. I'm joking. And, I don't really sell drugs to children. And now...
Oh, hi. I just wanted to say that my father loved dogs, and he loved the second annual HCA Award. and that ever since he was a kid in the Ottawa Valley, he always wanted to win a second annual HCA Awards, and also to have a dog.
Thank you.
I would like to say to Eugene Levy that there's no reason to be ashamed of your son. My son only this morning punched me in the chest really hard. Are those your jokes that you wrote today?
Yep.
Okay.
Been cracking them out.
Okay. I am going to prove something right now. Read the jokes to me.
I'm on a seafood diet. I see food, and if it's a fish, I eat it.
Meta.
Yeah. So.
I hate meta.
Wait, well, we'll get a shot of the fire in a minute. Your two sons are here tonight. This is a very, this is great. I wasn't sure if they wanted to be on the show or not. Those are your two sons are here tonight. This is a real fun. I'm glad you guys finally made it up here too. This is great. Yeah, you guys gotta come up here more often.
Should.
Absolutely.
Party.
Yeah, this is good. Now, Norm, yeah, are you going to bring your twins up more often?
Oh, here now? Yeah, they can come out if they want.
Yeah.
You
They'll
mean
come on the show?
do a sketch or something?
Well, no, I was just saying in the future.
Sure.
But if they
No,
want
they
to
can
come
do
on
it
right
now.
now.
Yeah, sure.
Do they want to come
See
on?
if we get up and give them the links.
You guys don't have to leave, though. You guys
No,
can
no,
leave.
We'll be here. We'll be in the audience.
Okay. They're going to do a sketch?
Get off the camera, and I don't know what this is.
Oh, yeah. Okay, here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, we are live on the internet right now. We're
I should hold the box.
trading seats here. Norm's twins are Dylan and
Dylan.
Dylan, yes.
Yeah. Creative with the naming.
How you doing, Dylan?
Good. How are you?
How are you?
Wait, is that going to work?
I don't know. I don't know what this is.
Take a handheld.
Okay, there you
There we go. There we go. You're Dylan and
Dylan.
Dylan.
Yeah.
You're both named Dylan.
Yeah.
Both named Dylan. Okay, good.
Oh, well, thank you.
Well, this is great.
Yeah.
So, both named Dylan, really?
Yeah.
Very good. Oh, that's good. And you've never been up to the show before?
No.
Yeah.
First time. We got to see Conan and this tonight.
This is a lot of fun.
Double header. Yeah.
And you guys have been to my hometown of Ottawa. You have?
I have. Yeah.
Yeah. It's because we're from Ottawa. You know, your father and I grew up maybe only 10 blocks away from each other in Gloucester.
Gloucester?
He grew up on Jasper, and I grew up on Monson.
Those were your streets?
If you look on your Google Earth, Jasper and Monson and Beacon Hill are not too far away from each other.
Did you have a lot of play dates?
No, because we didn't know each other when we were kids. We didn't know each other when we were kids. But then when I was about 15 years old, I started going down to the Yuck Yucks, and Dad was coming through the Yuck Yucks all the time on stage, and I was a huge fan. And now we're here hanging out. This is a nice little connection here, right? This is, you know,
What?
Yeah.
Introduce yourself.
Your sons are here. We all grew up in the same neighborhood. I mean, this is,
Where should I go?
you guys come sit. You sit right here in the middle, Dylan. You sit right in the middle, and Norm, you sit down right here. Yeah, just like this.
Why do I have this big giant mic? Okay.
Yeah. And look who we have. We have a caller here.
That's
Over
all
here.
right. I don't want. We have a caller.
We have Cody on the air as well.
Oh, Cody looks interesting.
There's a chair for you if you want there too.
Oh, you sit on that. Really?
That's pretty good.
Where'd Steve go? He doesn't want to. He gave up.
I don't have any kids here.
Cody, do you have a question for Norm and his sons?
These broken pieces I hold in my hands don't have a chance to mend at all. Before they get thrown into chaos again, I try to pretend I'm whole enough to stand in this world so
What are the best things in your life right now?
The best thing is my son. And my son being happy.
Ah.
Yeah.
How old is your son?
He's, 10, 15?
You liar! He's 6. He's a 6-year-old. You had sex in the last 10 years.
No, my son's 16 years old. He's 6. No, he's 16 years old.
He's 16.
Yeah.
So is he a confidant? Do you call him and, do you ever share personal, trials and tribulations and triumphs?
I would never do that to a child.
He's 16.
Well, I mean,
As you have said, he can't be a child forever. When are you going to put the hard realities of life on him?
Well, that's an interesting question. That is an interesting question because I actually have love for my son.
Yes.
Like deep,
of course.
Deep love.
He's your son.
And so I don't want to damage him with
the way you were damaged.
With the harsh realities.
Damage? No, I had a great.
No,
but I don't want to damage him with any viewpoints I may have because he's not ready yet for reality. I think children aren't ready for reality for a while. But I do tell them that education is pointless and things like that.
What does his mother say?
She thinks that he should go to college and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He should.
And you're
Not
like,
everyone can grow up
don't
and be
waste
a
your
comedian.
money.
Yeah, I'm saying it's just arbitrary nonsense. I tell him even the classes he takes now, it's just ridiculous. That algebra has no meaning and none
unless
of this stuff
he becomes an engineer.
Well, unless he becomes.
Do you have no hope for this child?
Unless he becomes a math professor. But I mean, you think it's a coincidence that they have 6 subjects out of 10 billion that they teach in school?
And then you
just
pick one of the 10 billion to focus on.
No, you have to.
You need
they don't
basic
teach you 10
math.
billion.
You need basic language. It's lovely when the school has art or music, which none of them do anymore. A little PE to keep us from getting fat. I mean, come on.
Yeah, no, they have
a little
some good
science,
ones.
some
They
of the
have some
basic
good
science stuff. Sure they do. Of course they do.
No, I tell him if he wants to go to college, he should have a goal, to be.
He can't. He's 16. No kid at 16 has a goal. Their goal is to be a rock star.
Or have sex.
Well,
right. I mean, that's actually the goal.
Does he want to have sex? Or did you tell him, don't bother with that? There's nothing for you in that. It's just repetitive. It's over and over. Same thing.
Discuss something like that with him. I hold him in too high esteem to discuss it.
We're super short on time. I've already missed my traffic thing. I'm fascinated. I don't know whether to slap you or hug you. Like, seriously, I feel like someone needs to shake you and knock some sense into you. We are going to take a short break.
Or maybe you.
What?
Maybe you.
Knock sense into me? No, I'm doing fine. I'm good over here.
Oh, me too.
No, you're not. I'm telling you. I know from broken people, Norm MacDonald.
Hey, Mr. Thornton, man. How did you come to be on that episode of Norm MacDonald Live? Had you met him before, or what the heck? How did that happen? How'd it come about?
Yeah, I've known Norm over the years. Sure, yeah. Nice guy.
He's my favorite comic. You're one of my favorite actors.
I got to tell you, Norm is hilarious. It's hard to beat Norm.
You did that big arena tour, didn't you?
I did the me and Sandler and Spade, Schneider, Norm MacDonald, and
How funny is Norm MacDonald?
Oh, he's amazing. Ah, what?
Who's the funniest out of that group? Like
I don't know.
Can I speak from the outside? It's weird because like one night it's him, one night it's that's this thing, but that's an all-star lineup right there. And Norm MacDonald is a funny motherfucker, dude.
Yeah, I just watch. I don't watch comedy. I just watch clips of Norm MacDonald.
Yeah,
that's all I like.
Yeah,
I like Norm.
He's the best.
Yeah, Norm does it for me.
I haven't seen the show. I saw a couple episodes. It was pretty good.
Of the
I used to love
Netflix
that
show?
podcast.
It's the same thing, basically.
Yeah. But there's a magic to that podcast because it came out of nowhere.
Right.
You're just not expecting Norm to
It's the
have
best
a platform.
podcast ever.
That first season of the Norm MacDonald podcast was...
Yeah, it's the best podcast ever.
That's number 1. Cumtown number 2. Rad Dude Cast number 3.
This is you may get annoyed at this, but this one time I was listening to a bunch of old clips of Norm MacDonald, and Norm was talking about the Death Squad. Have you heard that?
He talks about me a lot. It is so fucking
But it's
funny.
weird. It's really
so
strange. It's
funny.
like, why the fuck does Norm MacDonald? Because he was like, Death Squad. It sounds like a fucking group of fist fighters, not a comedy crew. You're like, what?
He is so hilarious.
It's interesting. Here's what it is, though. To me,
he did a Death Squad show also. So
well, he's talking shit because he likes it, right? He likes to mock things. You only mock things as a comedian that you enjoy. Like when we shit on each other, we joke around about each other's shit. It's only because we fucking enjoy each other. Otherwise, there's no way to really know if you get along with someone if you can't joke around. And I think he does that because he recognizes it. But it's like, from a distance, someone could be like, dude, he hates those guys. It's like, the fact that he knows it is even more important. To me, it's like, that's fucking incredible.
Yeah, it's funny. I had a show. I did a Death Squad show in Denver at the Comedy Works, and
Such a good club.
He was there like the following day, but he came early, and he was just checking out the show, and it was right before we were about to start. And I'm like, he's like, hey, what's going on here? And I'm like, hey, if you want to jump on the show, he's like, what is it? He's like, so it's Death Squad show. And he goes, what the? But he used to do it when I first told him about it. So like,
Death
I think
that sound like a comedy
he's so
crew.
hilarious.
Yeah.
No, I better not say that.
Say it. Don't not say it. Don't not say it. The name of this episode is going to be Don't Not Say It.
Okay.
Come on.
One of the most funniest things about, this is so mean, but one of the funniest things about Norm is like he really helped me out with my hygiene, hair hygiene.
Yeah.
Because that night when I was like talking to him, I look over to him and he had like literally a black like it looked like a bush, like a woman's 70s bush coming out of his ear hair.
He had a pussy ear?
And it freaked me out. So that night I went home to one of those like hotel mirrors that's really close up.
Right.
I look and I had like 2 of them. I'm like, oh my God, no one told me about this. And so now I've always wanted to like tell him like, hey,
him that
man,
he was the inspiration?
you got like a quarter-sized bush hanging.
Well, now I hope he sees this and hears this.
I feel bad.
Yeah, the Death Squad guy says I got a lot of ear hair. Fuck him.
But
Man,
wouldn't you want somebody to tell you?
Honestly, dude, most of us probably want somebody to tell us, but for the most part, we're so embarrassed about these shortcomings that you're like, please don't let me know about that fucking shit.
So now I'm freaked out about that and nose hairs.
That's funny. Who gives a fuck?
Right.
If a comedian can't take a joke about that shit, I mean, we're in deep shit.
Have you met Norm MacDonald before?
I got to work with Norm, and I guess I mean I hope he doesn't mind if I tell him because this is a very endearing.
Last Comic Standing.
No, I did.
Right?
I did the
was
season before.
Okay.
But I got to work with him one week, and we.
What did you do?
Oh man, I watched every single set he did, and it was so cool. And we actually got. You know what? I already got into the story, so I got to tell. But
let's hear it. Yeah, that's fine.
He wanted to get high.
Yeah.
And so I was like, okay, I don't really get high before shows, but afterwards, cool. And
Sure.
he's like, no, now.
Well, when Norm MacDonald says now,
right?
You say yes.
Yeah.
Correct.
And he goes and hands me the joint, and I was like, okay. And then he hands it back for a second hit, and I was like, no thanks. And he goes, what's your problem? And I go, well, I'm just worried I'm going to repeat a joke, and I still have to go up and bring you up because the opener was on,
right?
And I was hosting, so I still have to go up there and bring you up. And I just don't. I already did some jokes earlier, and I just don't want to tell the same joke again. And he goes, that's insane. You're an idiot. Smoke this. And so I smoked it, and then we go inside, and I'm so high. I go, I'm just going to bring you up. I'm not going to do any time. I'm just going to bring you up. And he's like, no, do a couple minutes. And I go, no, please just let me just bring you up. And he goes, no, do 5 minutes. This guy's doing really well. Give me, take a little, do a little time in between.
you need a little buffer between comments.
Yeah,
right.
I said, okay. So I went up there and I was so high, I was like, I don't even remember what I said in the first half of my set, so I'm just going to tell jokes that I haven't told in years. And when I told a joke,
so you told the audience, you let the audience in on the fact that you had been.
no, the audience didn't know.
They didn't
so
know.
I would just tell.
Okay. Oh, so you just said that to yourself. I'm just going to do jokes I haven't done in 5 years.
Yes,
Okay.
and I walked on stage and I would tell a joke, and then I would watch the audience, and if they laughed, I would relax and go, okay, that one down. And I did that the whole set. It was horrible. I was so stressed out, and then I just said, ladies and gentlemen, Norm MacDonald. And I look over to my right, and there he is walking the opposite way. and the feature turned him around and pointed him to the stage.
Over here, Norm.
That's
Norm.
how high we got by accident.
By accident, like you tripped on a joint. Right. But I mean,
I love the peer pressure from Norm, though. That's awesome. It's like a high school, middle school, all over again.
And he's my hero, so
Yeah.
I just, for me, I was a little worried about him. But then he walked on stage and he opened it up with this great bit, and he was crushing.
Right.
He was destroying, and then he got the light, and then he started to wrap it up, and he started to tell the joke he opened with, and I started to freak out. Like I was like, oh no. Oh no.
Yeah.
And the audience thought it was a joke. They
Yeah.
thought he was being Norm.
Sure.
But when he delivered the punchline, and it was the same punchline, they realized he had just forgotten his joke, and they didn't laugh. They felt a little betrayed, and he walked off stage in complete confusion. And,
That bit usually kills.
and then the feature goes, "You told the same joke twice, you idiot." And he goes, "No." And then he looks at me and he goes, "This is your fault." And I never got to work with them again. That was the last time I worked with Norm.
But you know what? With Norm MacDonald, though, that's Norm. He's so irreverent that
You'd almost expect it.
He can do that.
Yeah.
And all this, that's a bit in itself. I mean, look at the cauliflower joke he did on the roast of Bob Saget.
Yeah.
That bit, he purposely went up there on that roast and bombed on purpose.
Yeah.
And it was genius.
Yeah.
And have you heard that bit?
Watch Norm MacDonald roast.
Yeah.
Who was he roasting?
It was Bob Saget.
Bob Saget.
Your head looks like a cauliflower or something like. I'm not going to do the bit, but yeah, go back and.
New songs on the radio sounding fake. Friends and Genesis for better anyway. Am I just being too?
Your favorite guests are always like the Bill Burr, Norm MacDonald.
Yes.
This might go off the rails really fast.
I
type
mean,
of guys.
yeah. I mean, Norm MacDonald, one of the great talk show guests of all time. He invented something that Norm MacDonald invented this amazing thing that I've never seen anybody do before or since. It's kind of like he split the atom. It was that revolutionary. Norm would come on and he would, instead of telling you a real story, like if I had you on the show and you're like, "Hey, Bill, and remember I was living in Chestnut Hill once," and you would tell a real story about what happened to you in your life. Norm tells old jokes as stories that happened to him.
Yeah.
So I'd be like, "Norm, what are you up to?" And I mean, really old jokes from like the 1920s. And he'd be like, "Well, Conan, I don't know if you're aware that I purchased a farm, Conan." I'd be like, "Really? You purchased? Yeah. I purchased a farm. Of course, I have 3 daughters." And I'm like, "You have 3 daughters?" "Yeah, I have 3 daughters on the farm. One very attractive, one not as attractive, and of course the third not, kind of. Well, she's ugly, Conan. She's ugly." And I'd be like, "Well, one day this traveling salesman comes to the farm." And he says, now, Norm, I tell you. And then it's like he's telling an old traveling salesman joke.
Yeah.
But
about halfway through where it's going.
I mean, I usually know. I know kind of what he's doing. I'm laughing that he has the balls to do this. I'm laughing at the audacity. So I don't even care if this joke lands or not. I'm laughing that he's committing to the fact that, no, he doesn't have a farm. He doesn't have 3 daughters. There's no traveling salesman. But he doesn't care in a way that is exhilarating and scary at the same time. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And
plus, he probably has some people in the audience who are taking completely seriously, right?
Yes. Yeah. He's got some people thinking.
We call them tourists.
Yes, we call them. They're usually from San Bernardino.
Well, Norm had the greatest talk show moment in the history of talk shows with Courtney Thorne Smith.
That was epic. That was so great. And it's funny because
it's lived on. Who knew that we were going to have YouTube eventually?
You know
where
what?
we could just cue it up on command.
God bless YouTube. I had no idea when those things were happening. I thought, we're talking 1993, 94. When those things were happening, I thought, you know, what did I know? I just thought if you were up and you saw it, that means you saw You saw an amazing thing happen. And if you, and then maybe if I get to stay on the air long enough, we'll have a 1-year anniversary show, and maybe you'll see it then. But if you're not there for that, it's gone. And now I meet people, I mean, that around the world that will say, oh, I just saw that thing with you and Norm and Courtney Thorne Smith. And I'll think, that was a moment of my life when I was 30.
Yeah.
And I'm like 85 now. Like, how is that possible?
And since I've gained it, I sweat like a
you sweat
like a whore in church. I don't mean to be
what?
I don't mean to be filthy, but
a whore in church.
Yeah, she's nervous, so she sweats because
sweating like a Chris Dorner in a Big Bear cabin.
Okay, come on.
Well, I'm just
that's racist.
Oh, good morning, whores.
Listen, Mary. Let me talk to the whore. Is she around?
Who?
The whore. I think her name was Leeka or Lisi or something. It was one of them weird names.
I want to kill Leisha.
Well, she better be careful then. Hey, wait a minute. Leisha, that's the whore. No, you can't kill her. Listen, Margaret, put on the whore. No, I thought she was a whore. I could have got my nose bit off by a Saigon whore. Got some news for you, whore. I'm packing up and moving out of this dump. I'm fine. Broads like you are a dime a dozen. I'll see you in hell, baby. That's still cute? Mm-hmm. Did I say baby? I meant dirty whore. Hey, Shelley. Shelley, don't forget that old saying about firemen. Don't be such a huge whore. Well, yeah, but you get the idea, right? That she was a huge whore?
Yes, I got that.
She also said, don't fall for any old whore like your daddy did. Well, Lori, I mean, you have to admit, you come off a bit of a whore in this whole thing. I mean, hey, well, don't forget your huge collection of Mardi Gras beads, whore. Who do you love?
Kevin.
Kevin, you gold-digging whore! Look, Taylor, I don't think you understand. You're a huge whore. Which just goes to show you, Madonna's a whore. And in the worst job category, last year's winner, crack whore, has lost its spot. The new worst job is assistant crack whore.
Connected to our senses. Found a way to let you in. We share.
There's only one occupation where the person does not keep his job when he
wins the lottery.
You know what that occupation is?
No.
Crack whore.
That was amazing. You pulled it out. I was worried about you for a minute. I thought you were in deep trouble. I thought you might get backed into a corner, have a lot more pressure on you, and then not have anything.
I know.
But the pitch came in low and towards the middle, and you put it out of the park.
No, I didn't.
What are you talking about? When people hear crack whore, they just start laughing. That's just the reaction people have. It's got birds fly in and sing a song. Crack whore.
Jada, I love you. G.I. Jane 2, can't wait to see it. All right? that was a nice one. Okay. I'm out here. Uh-oh, Richard. Oh, wow. Wow. Will Smith.
Go into those, you know.
What was your thing? Goodwill Smith? How'd that one go?
I was just, it's, you know, it's,
on Mad TV, they would often
like parodies.
combine two things.
I
So,
pitched a thing called
Goodwill Smith.
Goodwill Smith, and he worked at an all-black college, and you know the the problem on the blackboard that no one could solve was 2 + 2. Then Will Smith plays a janitor who puts a 4, and they go, "Who solved it?" It took the professors 8 years to figure this one out. They rejected it. They said it was like racist.
I'm scared of letting go, go, go. I'm scared of letting go, go, go. I'm scared of letting go, go, go. I'm scared of letting go of everything in the past. I'm scared of letting go.
Okay. That was a greatest night in the history of television. Okay. Okay.
Well, a big seller this holiday season is Michael Bolton's Christmas album, This Is the Time. Happy birthday, Jesus. Hope you like crap.
Norm, I think, has one of the best lines that probably I only appreciate on network TV history when he was hosting SNL, and he was talking about the new Michael Bolton Christmas album. Do you remember the line, Norm?
Happy birthday, Jesus. Hope you like crap.
Kills me to this day.
It was funny because that joke was originally supposed to be about Mariah Carey, but she had some boyfriend that was some crazy, dangerous guy, and everybody's afraid.
And you figured in an alley you could take a Michael Bolton.
Yeah, exactly.
Although I think Bolton kind of made amends a little bit by appearing in that recent SNL skit.
Hysterical. He's
Oh,
hysterical.
that was hilarious. Yeah, that was hilarious.
That was good.
And he has a great voice.
He does.
I didn't know.
And the song was kind of catchy. The SNL song was pretty good.
Yeah, yeah. In stock market news this week, April's 3 biggest losers were Cantab Pharmaceuticals, Champion Enterprises, and Crapco, which manufactures crap. And also crap-related items, most recently Mariah Carey's Christmas album. They were... Kenny G has a Christmas album out this year. Hey, happy birthday, Jesus. Hope you like crap. Well, I don't know. Playing in a music store in New York this week, Kenny G set a world record by holding a saxophone note for 45 minutes. While he did warn spectators that it would be quite boring, it should be noted that it is every bit as boring to hear Kenny G play different saxophone notes for 45 minutes. This week, CBS aired the Martha Stewart Christmas special, in which she demonstrated that with an old soup can, some used tea bags, some string, and some sparkles, you can make a useless piece of crap. Martha Stewart is here, and she wanted me to tell you, don't let the busboys clear your table off tonight, because a little later Martha will come up here, and she's going to show us how to take those old discarded fish bones and make a beautiful birdhouse. So... That's nice. The New York Public Interest Research Group has unveiled its 10th annual list of dangerous toys for the upcoming Christmas season. Topping the list this year, baby's first circular saw. Well, the annual list of most dangerous holiday toys is out. Number 1 this year, Mattel's Eye Poker Outer. Well, the U.S. Safety Commission has issued a list of unsafe Christmas toys. Topping the list this year, Mattel's gasoline-powered sharp thing. And finally, the number 1 selling doll this Christmas is Tickle Me Elmo. And the least popular selling doll, you guessed it, Tickle Me Frank Stallone. Jesus. Scientists have created a genetically superior Christmas tree that will be taller, stronger, and tougher than other trees. One downside, if you don't like your presents, it will kill you. It's a hell of a downside there. And finally, this Christmas, Santa Claus will be starting a new look at up-to-date shopping malls around the country. They will now feature black Santas, Asian Santas, Hispanic Santas, and even Middle Eastern Santas. It is all part of a program to make little children cry. And finally, next week, Christians everywhere will be celebrating Christmas, or, as people born on December the 25th call it, screwed out of a present day.
Where are you going here? You're going to Cobb's in San Francisco. What do you like to do during the days in San Fran to unwind? Do you go?
I just work on my ventriloquism.
Oh, how's that going, Norm?
It's going great, man. I thought Rusty and I would do a little holiday song for you.
Oh, you're kidding me. Let me kick back here and put my feet up in front of the fire, you and Rusty. Which puppet is Rusty? Refresh me.
Rusty's just my friend. You know, I'm having a lot of trouble with my cranky old man. I don't know if you remember old Alec Majerison, the virulent anti-Semite.
Yeah, sure, I remember. What, are you kidding me? I have a plaque commemorating my first meeting.
I'm trying to get rid of that guy because you know he's a Holocaust denier. That's no secret. He's an enthusiastic Holocaust denier, and I've had it up to here with this character. You know, the man, he's just a waste of wood. But I don't know what to do. One of my Jewish friends suggested that, why don't I just throw them in a fire and burn them? But I say 2 wrongs don't make a right. We're not here to talk about that. Let me get Rusty out here. Rusty, say hello to Dennis. Hey, Dennis, how are you?
Hey, Rusty.
What?
Hi, Rusty.
Hey, who's the dummy here, me or you?
It's me.
It sounds like it's you.
I'm sorry, Rusty. Let me give you my man voice. Hey, Rusty, how are you doing?
Yeah, dummy. Hey, come on now, Rusty. That's ridiculous. Calling Dennis Miller a dummy on his own radio program.
No, can I jump in here for a second and tell you, here's how crazy Norm is. I'm sitting here believing that he actually has a puppet. Like, it's not enough for him to fake the puppet act on the radio and over the phone. You did pull out a puppet and have it on your arm right now, don't you?
Of course I have my pal Rusty here. Yeah.
What do you boys have planned for us today, Rusty, Norm?
We're going to do a song, according to this dummy. Would you stop calling me that? You're the dummy. Now, listen. We're going to do a song, a beautiful song. Why? By the way, Rusty, what are you doing for Christmas? Are you going to see your family? Oh, sure. In my family tree, it's an actual tree. Okay, now that's just ridiculous.
You're actually overlapping dialogue here, Norm. You're not even putting a second between you and the puppet's voice.
Now, Rusty, are you ready to sing that song with me? Sure.
There you go.
Okay, I'll start. Here we go. Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer had a very shiny nose. And if you ever saw him, you would say that he was a drunk. Hey, come on! Well, that's ridiculous.
What the?
Come on now, don't ruin this. This is a classic. I'm sorry. All right, now let's continue. Then one foggy Christmas Eve, Santa came to town. Rudolph, with your nose so bright, have you been drinking some bathtub gin? What? Okay, now that's enough. That's way beyond the pale.
Stop it, Rusty. Stop.
I wish you'd kick the bucket. Like what? Kick the bucket. What are you talking about? You said tail. Bucket. It's a synonym. Okay, all right. Yeah, that's right. Okay, now that's ridiculous. You're the dummy. Okay.
Stop.
I'm sorry, Dennis. This is going nowhere. This is ridiculous. I apologize for Rusty. I can't go on with this. This is just an abuse to the whole idea.
All right. Now, what separates Rusty's old man voice from the old Holocaust denier's voice? Give me that voice.
You don't want to hear from him, do you?
Well, I know Rusty's just wetted the palate for a little more puppetry.
I swore I'd never use this guy.
It's like the Stones doing "Sympathy for the Devil" after Altamont.
There we
never
go.
thought I'd
Alec,
see you play it.
Alec, how are you?
Mm-hmm.
I'm okay, I guess. Yeah, I suppose. What do you think of this Christmas? What do I think of it? I'm not going to celebrate no holiday where a bunch of bearded New Yorkers killed our savior. Hey, come on now. You're going back in the case. I'm sorry, Dennis.
Oh, Norm, you didn't quite have control of the posse today, but I realize it's the holidays are amongst us, and that they're a little petulant this time of year.
I can never keep these guys under control.
Norm, you are an absolute wild man.
Now, as an old-timey broadcaster, do you have other old-timey broadcaster friends?
Well, they did. And then Mike Wallace was a great friend. I love Mike. He did me on 60 Minutes, and it was really great. They were very laudatory. And he said to me, "We were so good to you, I'm going to kill the next three guys we do." Mike was a grand guy. I said, he had dementia at the end. That's funny to you. You know, McDonald, I want to tell you.
No, it's a very odd thing to say.
If you're looking to broaden your horizons, I don't think it's wise to laugh
no, because
at someone who had dementia.
I'm not laughing at that. I'm laughing that you said.
He was
you
the best.
Just said
I loved him.
Mike Wallace was a great guy. He had dementia at the end.
He was sad that he had.
You didn't
Why
say
is
it
that
was sad.
funny?
You said it as if that's what made him a great guy, was his raging dementia.
You're not hearing things well.
No. So how
You're not
did
hearing
you,
things
so
well.
how did you,
I made a face like it was sad. Not that he was great because of dementia.
No, but how did you know he had dementia?
Well, yeah, I'll tell you how I knew. I went to his apartment in New York. He took my hand and he said, "You came to see me. You came to see, I can't believe that you came to see me." And then 10 minutes later, "You came to see me." And the amazing thing is, Carl Reiner said to me,
Did he hold your hand too?
Yeah, he goes like this. "The only problem I have is short-term memory loss. The only problem I have is short-term memory loss."
It must be especially...
There was a joke about a guy because it was such a good story. There's a guy who had surgery, and I can't remember the joke.
I can't either. And I did it last night.
I remember the punchline.
Yeah.
Isn't that funny?
What was the punchline?
The punchline is
reverse engineer this
and
thing.
Monday morning, that man walked out of the hospital. And Thursday, he reached the parking lot. So I can't remember back up.
Yeah.
It's a hell of a punchline regardless.
Yeah, it almost works by itself. We got jokes written on cards. Do you want to read them? How's your reading?
I read well.
You read well? Well, read this
Why have you got that?
Just to, you know.
Just to fill in.
Whenever we have great comedians on the show.
What the hell is that joke now? I can't remember the...
Say the punchline again.
On Thursday, he reached the park.
But Monday, he left
And Monday morning...
He left the building.
Monday morning,
He was allowed out of the hospital.
He walked out of the, no. What the hell? Was that funny not to remember the joke?
Yeah.
And
Thank God that guy that stole it from you remembers it.
Gee whiz.
Or it'd be lost to history.
I can't remember the setup.
Well, here,
That's funny when the punch and you forget the setup.
Yeah, that should be.
Monday morning. He was.
Thought you had a stroke for a second.
He was in the hospital. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I remember things from 10 years ago like that.
Yeah.
Don't you you could remember things from childhood?
Yes.
I remember the street, walking down the street, remember my friends. You have terrible?
Yeah, terrible.
I had a good memory.
He can remember like when he was a kid, but he can't remember murdering that prostitute last night.
You can go to jail for that. It's a whole new law.
I've been told.
How old was she?
I don't remember.
If you don't remember, you're not going to convict you.
Yeah.
Interesting story I say this week is that right on Rikers Island they banned like 2 months ago they banned pornography, any porno magazines from the prison, you know, because I don't know why they did it, but they had a compromise. They're allowing one porno magazine.
Only one?
Only one.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, the porno magazine that they're putting in is Hairy Guy's Ass Illustrated.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, if you're going to only allow one, I would think that's the one, you know, probably.
It's a good magazine, though.
It is a good, you know.
It's not. It's not all just pictures of Hairy Guy's ass.
The articles are good, actually.
Yeah. I just read it for Hairy Guy's ass.
Well, see, that's you, Andy. Just people are all different.
He was telling me before the show last week he went to the Hairy Guy's Ass mansion.
It was great. Why didn't you? Andy has all the fun. He gets to all the big celebrity parties.
Right. Him and Jimmy Kahn.
Barbara Walters is planning to announce her retirement. What's next for Babs? Death.
The old Norm MacDonald is back.
Hey, Barbara Walters is retiring.
I can understand why Barbara Walters is retiring. It must be exhausting occasionally appearing on The View.
Right? We're fucking going on the road doing all kinds of shit.
Yeah,
doing her shit acts. Not you. Your act's good.
It's pretty shitty.
But she gets to sit there
and just fucking talk.
Yeah, just yap.
The fuck.
You ever been on that show?
I've been on it so many times.
You know, I'm against. Barbara Walters never listens to me. I have to talk to Sherry Shepard. Fortunately, we share views on dinosaurs. But I can never get that lady, the old lady.
Like The View.
How do you have a person on a show that believes the Earth is flat and men lived with dinosaurs, and you keep them on the show?
But
come on.
What's your dream view?
You mean
the show, The View? Yeah.
The
Who
guests?
would you, what 4 or 5 ladies would you want on there?
Ooh, that's a great question.
Susan Yeagley. That's your wife. You didn't even recognize her name. It's your betrothed.
Betrothed. No, I recognize her name.
No, I would like to see. Who do I like on that show?
That's good coffee.
Joy Behar reminds me. You know what? You know how old Joy Behar is?
Well, I don't think she wants you to tell everybody.
It's in her Wikipedia.
Oh, she's, I think, a lot older than
70.
I thought. Yeah.
That sounds,
she looks great.
That sounds about right to me.
70?
No, I didn't think of her as 70.
Jesus Christ Almighty! When did she break? 50?
I like her.
I like her too. She reminds me. You know, she reminds me of like your old aunt or something.
Yeah.
With her funny opinions. You know what I mean? The View is a bunch of fucking. What kind of henhouse horse shit is that?
Oh, I saw one in the bathroom. I went to use the bathroom.
Oh, I threw some in the garbage. Don't tell people that.
That you threw all the racist ones. And then one other one that was about The View.
because it was.
Did you go through the garbage and find the old joke?
When there's a joke, it just it was in the garbage, and there was one.
Yeah.
I just went. It was
I don't do
clean. It
view
was sitting on
jokes.
top of paper
Yeah.
towels. So I pulled it out. I read it, and then there was another one. I'm like, well, there's another one, and another one. There was like about 4 jokes. The one I remember was the View.
Wait! I don't want to do view jokes because if you start a battle with Joy Behar, you're not going to win. No, you'll win easily. But read this one. read this one. Read this joke.
I will, but why did you throw the one about the View away? That was the one I'm like, well, this one's kind of, it made me laugh. And I'm like, well, I wonder why. I didn't know you
Because
threw
our
them
standards are so high that even that one didn't make it.
You didn't think it was funny?
I thought it was very funny, but not funny enough for Andy Dick.
It's pretty funny.
We're going
Plus,
to save
I know
it for next week for Big Fat Bruce Valanche.
you're allowed to say that because you're fat.
that.
He's allowed to.
No, I'm a fat guy like him.
But he's allowed to. Like, you probably are afraid of Joy Behar, aren't you?
Who wouldn't be?
She's a little bit of a firecracker.
Terrifying.
She's funny.
Yeah. She reminds me of like your aunt that tells jokes at the fucking Thanksgiving.
I'm
table.
going to go get that joke because
Oh, my
because
God.
the way they wrote it was pretty funny.
Oh, maybe you should tell a joke. At the end there.
Okay, now we'll see this joke. This
Made
is
me
a
laugh
joke.
again out loud.
This
just
is
reading
this
it
show.
to myself.
This show is so high quality that we
one-
take jokes from the dustbins.
Well, you said that this is very funny, but not funny enough.
Not funny enough for Andy Dick, I felt.
Well, I thought it was fun. Well, I am a fan of The View because Sherry Shepherd is a good friend of mine.
Sure.
And I've been on The View a lot, which is weird.
Yeah.
Because I'm on The View. Daphne Aguilera was on The View.
Oh, really?
Did Daphne Aguilera, he didn't rub your cock on my...
Okay, come on. This is what we're trying to get away from.
Sorry.
And by the way, every time I'm on The View, Barbara Walters will not be on The View.
Is that right?
Yeah, she won't be on it with me. And it has to be the pre-taped one. You know how they're live except for she won't do it. And they always have to do the pre-taped one.
Filthy old bag.
Barbara Walters announced that she's retiring from The View. Well, actually, she announced it 5 years ago, but no one could hear her over those yammering bitches. See?
Amazing that worked after that giant buildup.
Well, you gained weight.
gained a lot of weight, so did you. I
does this
gained
guy.
45 pounds.
I was going to say something, actually.
Why?
Well, I thought you'd been gaining some weight.
Yeah, I gained 45 pounds.
Are you okay? Yeah, what's going on?
I'm doing it for a movie.
For what role? What's the role?
What are you playing, Jackie Gleason? What do you mean? It's not a particular movie. I just think they always need a fat guy in a movie. You're doing hard.
You're paying it forward, yeah.
Hey, listen, have you noticed my enormous weight gain? I've gained 45 pounds. You know why I started to gain the weight, I told you.
I don't remember.
I'm up 45 pounds, and it was for a role in a movie.
That's right, it was.
Anyways, whatever.
What was the role for again?
It wasn't a particular role, but I figured they always need a big fat guy in a movie. Turns out they don't. They have plenty of fat guys that are much more experienced at acting and at being a fat guy than I am.
I thought we were going to be doing a bit where you're like a
Jerry Lewis?
Jiminy Glick character.
Yeah, no, I'm fat.
What happened?
Fried chicken and gravy. Let me tell you something. I thought it was funny.
Your heart could...
I thought gaining a lot of weight would be funny. And also, well, it started out I was doing it for a role, Andy.
Right.
I'm serious.
No.
I'm serious. I was doing it for a role. Well, there wasn't a specific role, but people are always looking for a fat guy. I'm telling you, my manager, my landlord rather, he managed to get rid of 230 pounds of ugly fat. He evicted me.
What?
Here, read this.
I thought you...
No, read this.
I want to read that one again.
Here, read that.
Sure, we all know about Norm's astonishing weight gain, but I think it's become a bit wearisome. So let's agree to stop having fun at his expense.
Say what you want about how huge and fat my head has gotten, but who'll forget it.
Try iron.
You know, my clothes, Larry, make me look slimmer, but they did not fool that flight of stairs that collapsed under my astonishing new girth. Papa, what do you call that? Papa John's?
Oh, okay.
A Papa John's delivery man has been arrested for allegedly selling more than $40,000 in cocaine hidden in pizza boxes.
Jesus.
To undercover police officers. This raises an important question. Where is all that pizza that was supposed to go in those boxes? Can I have them to eat? I'm a big fat guy. Well, I'm fat. I'm so fat when I get my shoe shined, I have to take the boot black's word for it.
You haven't seen your penis in 3 weeks. I'm keeping it clean.
Jesus Christ.
Well, is that what fat people say?
My penis? This is where most of my weight goes. Straight to whatever the fuck this is. I'm going to find a really good joke. You guys talk, and I'll find a good joke.
So, Adam, is it hard to not drink?
You know you've gained too much weight, by the way, when your chair guy refuses to work with you anymore. But go ahead. When you had your heart attack, you weighed 195? Now you probably weigh about 175.
161.
161. And what are you, 5'10"?
5'10 and a half.
161, so you're probably no body fat.
Oh, I have a little bit in the rim here.
Yeah, I got more than that.
My legs, my arms are
jowls.
thin. My arms are thin. I used to have jowls. I don't have jowls.
I have more chins than
How old are you?
Huh?
How old are you?
I say I'll be 50 in October. I'm going to lose it though.
Yeah, it's the heaviest I've ever seen.
And since I've gained it, I sweat like a
you sweat
like a whore in church. I don't mean to be
what?
I don't mean to be filthy, but
a whore in church.
Yeah, she's nervous, so she sweats
because sweating like a Chris Dorner in a Big Bear cabin.
Okay, come on.
Well, I'm just
that's racist.
A little bit of
My
a
only chance of
drinking
losing
belly.
15 pounds is if I went to a British casino.
What we want to know is, are you a brother or a sister?
Well, I'm an only child.
There's a word for what you are.
Charismatic?
So what the hell are you? A man or a woman?
Farley, that night is the first night I ever met Farley. It was your first night on the show.
We all sat around and watched you when we were cheering you on, buddy.
And Farley, he took me. He never met me before in his life, you know. He took me back. He said, "I got to tell you a secret about SNL."
Oh yeah.
Took me all the way to the back and Mohawk.
Like the woods. This is the woods.
No, within the.
Okay, the hotel, right?
In the hotel, and he secreted me into this room, and he locked it, and he made sure it wasn't bugged and everything. He said, "I got a secret to tell you." I was very, honored to have this. And then his secret was, he said, "This doesn't go past these walls." Pat is a woman.
Tell me your history with Norm.
Well,
Did you guys date?
No, not date.
Oh.
He
good for you, by the way.
He was mean to me in a terrible way.
Oh,
on my
sorry.
when his first show on SNL, there was a sketch, and they wanted to change something, and I didn't want to change it to that line. And he came up to me in the makeup chair and said, "Your problem is you're not funny. You're just not funny." He said that to me. I'd been on the show for 4 years. He was just started. I think it was his first week. Okay, there's a better part of the story. So then, of course, I didn't like him.
Norman can be rough.
I really didn't like him. And then I was about to leave the show anyway. It was like just one more reason to get the hell out of here.
Mm-hmm.
And but I was very, very good friends with Laurie Jo Hoekstra, who he was always,
right.
very much.
They're friends for years. I don't even know if that is the woman in his life,
Yeah,
or is she?
I don't actually even
She's
know.
his handler,
Yeah.
Lojo, as he refers to her.
Lojo.
And she's been with him for like
For a million years.
since back then at SNL
Yes.
in like '93.
Yes,
yeah.
and I always loved Laurie Jo, and it was a very tumultuous friendship then, and I just really didn't like him. And then I left the show, and I just really didn't watch anything for years. But some people would talk about how funny he was, and I would see him occasionally. And I had a bias, obviously, because I had this traumatic thing. Then at the 40th reunion, Norm came up to me and he said, "I just have to apologize to you. That was a terrible thing to do. I can't believe I did that terrible thing." And I said, "Oh," and then that meant a lot to me. And then after that, I could watch Norm stuff, and I realized he's hysterical.
Yeah.
Okay, it was like I was able to emotionally let it in how great and funny he is.
That's an interesting comment on there is some gateway to your sense of humor that goes through personal
I know,
feelings.
that's embarrassing because it's very
No,
narcissistic.
but that's everybody,
I
though.
mean, like,
Christ, I can't tell you how people just hate my humor now, and I think, oh, that's a pretty good joke. And I try to figure it out, like sometimes where somebody will over-like a joke and somebody will under-like a joke, and I'll see the finer gradation that was a decent joke. It probably should have hit right in here, and I could see. I said, "Oh, I see. It really isn't an involuntary gesture. There is some price of admission to get through to really convulse somebody, and it's about their biases towards you."
Yes, it's true.
Well, I'm glad Norm came around because that seemed like a particularly. He was probably scared shitless too. Everybody was a little scared over there.
Yeah,
and,
exactly. No, I mean, I'm sure I've had bad moments there as well.
Take me on a journey. Take me far away from this life. I'd leave it in a hurry. Let's run away before morning light. You got me.
I don't know if you know this, but I used to tour with NORM MACDONALD for 7 years. Yeah. And so like whenever, like, he was like my best friend, so like whenever I have like auditions and stuff, he used to say, "Oh, just don't bother acting because there's a good chance you won't get it anyway." And those are the ones that I usually got it. You know what I mean?
Hold on, I have to hide my self view because if I'm on camera, I look at myself, which is weird. Okay.
Oh, by the way, I don't promote the video.
Oh, okay, no, that's okay. Do whatever you want with it. But I'm just saying, for me, I become distracted by myself.
Yeah.
Wow. Well, Norm.
I saw your tweet, and I wanted you to know that he loved you very much because when I was
that meant a lot to me. That's what made me do it. I'm not doing interviews really, but it happened right away when he got on the show, and we only overlapped by a few months.
Yeah.
And so he was young and new, and I was jaded and had one foot out the door. So we both kind of we're in a weird place, to be maybe not at our best, but he had come up and yelled at me about a sketch that he wrote, and it was in, but then it got traded out for a sketch of mine or something, which happens all the time, and he would certainly learn that, but at that moment he didn't. And I was in the makeup chair, and he came and started yelling at me about it, which it wasn't even my responsibility I was not in charge of that.
Right.
And then and I think I was saying that, and I was kind of shocked because I felt like I was a senior statesman, like I'd been there 4 years, and he just had arrived on the scene, and he was yelling at me about something I had nothing to do with. And then he started saying how unfunny I was not funny, blah, blah, blah. And that was really rude. And it was in the makeup trailer with a bunch of people anyway, which I don't really care, but it didn't get us off on the best foot.
Yeah.
But then, as I said, and then, when I left SNL, I didn't watch the show at all. Like I was so sick of anything sketch related. I really didn't watch it for years. So I missed his genius, like I didn't know. I would hear about him. I mean, I wasn't in an igloo, but I didn't, because we'd had that weird thing. But Lori Joe, I was in contact with,
Lojo. I love Lojo.
Yeah. And I suspect it was her that made him, come around maybe, or rethink it. Or maybe he didn't, maybe he rethought it 1 week later. I have no idea. I don't know. But I just know that it wasn't for years later that I see the sketches of him and realize what a real comic genius he was. I mean, really. I mean, just so good. And like going to the reunions, I realized that he was so good. Like, I'm so out of it. I'm like, somebody's old aunt who's like, "What's up with the kids now?" And
So then I was like, oh, he really is good. And I actually didn't hold it against him. I feel even bad saying it. But then the only reason I put that tweet out there is because I thought it was so big of him to come to me and say, I think I said something to you that was mean, when we first met, and I'm so sorry, and I think you're great. And it was just not that many people do that, that showed such wonderful character, and it just made me love him, and so, but then some people got mad at me for tweeting that. I really meant it positively.
I took it positively.
Everyone has a bad moment, and what I was trying to show is that he reflected on it and made an apology that was genuine and sincere and accepted on both sides. So it's like, that's not a common thing to happen. And he did that. So I was trying to be positive about it, but some people were like, not the time and place and stuff like that. And anyway, ugh.
I remember when I told him I was going to interview you like 3 years ago, and he's like, oh my God, that's going to be awesome. I can't wait to listen to it. And I was like, yeah. And he's like, I only did one movie and she played my mom.
Oh, what?
Yeah. He said that you played his mom on Dirty Work or something.
Oh, I've done so many of those parts.
And I watched it and I didn't see you. So I don't know if he was screwing with me, but
I'm pretty sure I'm not in that. Although I've been cast as the mom so often, and it's like, but yeah, he's probably mixing me up with someone, but it doesn't matter.
Yeah, but I just thought it was funny because he said nothing but good things about you. So I just wanted.
Okay, that's good. Maybe he actually totally thought of me as someone else, but yeah. But you must miss him so much.
Yeah, it was.
Did you know? Was he getting sicker and sicker around you, or?
Well, I found out he had cancer in December, and there was only a handful of people who knew, and he kind of made me say like I can't tell anyone or whatever, but he also told me that it was a different type of cancer from what came out that he had. So I don't know. Like, I feel kind of like privileged that I knew, but also kind of hurt because it wasn't what he told me. You know what I mean?
But maybe he told you the truth.
No, yeah, he told me he had colon cancer, and when he died,
he just didn't want. Yeah. What did I don't even know. I just knew he had cancer. What did they say it was?
It was leukemia cancer. So. I don't know.
If you have like something like colon cancer, I think it can get into the lymph system and become a lymphoma. Like like a lot of times in late stage cancers, there's overlapping cancers, but usually you name your cancer after the first one you have. So it would be colon, but he probably just thought people would make jokes about it.
Yeah. I just know nothing about cancer, and it sucks because I was born in July. It's a birthday joke.
Okay, that was a good one. It took me a moment.
Oh, thank you so much. It's so good to hear you laugh.
What we really liked was making the audience laugh when they didn't want to.
Please note that the percentages in these pie graphs do not add up to 100% because the math was done by a woman.
And then the audience semi-laughs and semi-boos, and then Norm goes.
For those of you hissing at that joke, it should be noted that that joke was written by a woman. So now you don't know what the hell to do, do you?
Uh-huh. And then they laugh at that, and then he goes.
No, I'm just kidding. We don't hire women.
I want to give a quick shout out to two people who, in my opinion, are the unsung heroes of the Norm Macdonald story. Two people that meant a lot to Norm and were really there for him in pivotal moments. One is Jim Downey, who, for my money, the best, pound for pound, the best comedy mind that I've ever encountered. head writer at Saturday Night Live for many years, wrote for David Letterman, just an absolutely brilliant man. I worked for him at Saturday Night Live, and he was the one that really worked with Norm on Update, and for that just incredibly classic period of Weekend Update at Saturday Night Live. So a shout out to Jim Downey, and I'm thinking about him because Norm so loved him and admired him.
We wanted it to be like a punk segment, sort of like what The Clash was doing in the 70s, where it was just very bare bones and no cuteness.
So it wasn't a studio crowd pleasing effect. It was never aimed at the studio audience. You know, it was always aimed just directly at me. I just what I knew was funny.
Don didn't want Norm doing Update anymore. You know, I wanted to stop raining, you know. I mean, I didn't take it as any more than that.
It pretended to believe that it was going to be an enormously popular decision for which the public would thank them. And in fact, the unanimity of the TV critics was something to see. I remember Time magazine had a thing about it and even printed up a little postcard to send to NBC to dump on them.
The smartest cat I ever knew at SNL, and a much revered figure there, is joining us for another segment. This is my former producer, longtime writer and contributor, Jim Downey. Jim, I had Norm on the show yesterday. I always thought Norm, from the first second I saw him, was just a flat-out misanthropic genius. I always gave him a wide berth as far as time schedules and that, because I just said, well, I'm going to grab Amadeus and tell him he has to be here to do busy work. You know what I mean? That isn't going to happen. So I think he's a genius. What was it like to work with him on Update?
Well, he is a genius and the most fearless performer. I mean, he likes people to laugh at his stuff. He enjoys that, but it's sort of one of like, you know, half a dozen important aspects of what he does. Mm-hmm. So that if he really loves a joke or a bit, he will happily go out there and do it, whatever the response is. And there was if you want to hear a story,
I love me a Norm story.
One time we were in the office doing Update stuff, and there'd been a news item about there was going to be a newspaper for the homeless, you know, and so we were thinking about doing some of that. So we started improvising. It was more of a scene, it's not something we could do on the segment, but it was like a tough kind of Perry White kind of editor going like, "You, Miller, I want 500 words on going to the bathroom in your pants. You, Immel, give me something. Give me a human interest thing on urine stain that. You know, that kind of thing." Yeah. And like a lot of like photos, maybe some, you know, a little human side, you know, what are, you know, pets, that kind of thing. And so nothing came of it, and I sort of forgot we had the conversation. And then the first meeting we have after the summer, Norm comes in and goes, "Hey, Downey, remember that, you know, that thing we were talking about there with the, remember that thing with the newspaper for the homeless, you know, that thing, the homeless newspaper?" And I go, yeah. He goes, "Yeah, well, you know, I was out in L.A. and I was asked to do this benefit, you know, for the coalition to feed the homeless, or something, you know." And, you know, and I'm going, no. And he goes, "Yeah, you know, I did that bit, you know." They hated it. Hated it.
All right, you tell me now. That's the Andy Kaufman part of the joke, or is he actually surprised that they hated it? That's what I can't quite figure with Look.
I know.
Jimmy calls in here periodically and says that he has bought a puppet and he wants to work material out on the show. And I'll say, "Well, tell me about the puppet." And it's an old man puppet who's a Holocaust denier. And it's obviously just Norm sitting at home talking as Norm. He makes no pretension to a puppet voice.
I know.
And I think he's Andy. I don't know. I view a lot of Andy Kaufman in there. It's just
he also would like to, one of the things that he would really enjoy, just getting into a character and then you could not get him out of it. Like he liked doing old man stuff,
yes,
like being an old geezer and complaining about aches and pains and stuff like that. And then you go, "Okay, Norm, now seriously, now we actually have to talk about it." You know, he'd start doing stuff about rheumatism and you know, things like that, and you just had to plead with him to just stop. But he was on his own kind of set of rhythms.
The speed with which he would take his sport coat off at the end of his Letterman impression always I would watch the thing just to watch, because Letterman's so ill at ease with show business, always makes this conscious show of getting rid of the sport coat at the end of the show. And when Norm picked up on that and did that as impression, God, I fell out. Hey, I have to ask you about the real Andy Kaufman real quickly. What were you hip to him before he comes in, or what's that?
Well, I had not. He had been on a couple of times the first season, and I had missed most of the first season, so I didn't really get to meet him until year 2. But he, there was one time I was flying back from visiting my family in the Midwest, and I arrive at Newark airport, at like midnight because the flight was delayed, and I don't know why, but in those days I guess it was too cheap or something, but I decided to take the bus into the Port Authority, and I get on the bus, and there's a solitary figure in the back in a brown hoodie, and it was Andy Kaufman. So we went back to that was where we sort of bonded on that bus trip from Newark Airport. So he used to come by the office and ask if anyone wanted to go see kung fu movies in Times Square. That was when Times Square had virtually nothing but kung fu movies. Right. And so I went a couple times with Mr. Kaufman, and he was like just a fascinating person to be around. He quite he loved those movies and could discuss them like a completely normal person. But when he wanted to get into his thing, he was as unshakable as Norm,
Yeah. Folks, I know that SNL over the last 35 years has become the cultural place where young people hang their hat. And if it does you any good in a world where people seem to get misappropriated power or misappropriated wealth, to know that the finest man I ever met there was right at the center of it for over 3 decades should do all our hearts well. Jimbo, I love you.
Love you right back.
All right. We'll talk at you down the road. That is the great Jim.
Feelings flowing up and down, picking up the pieces that you left behind, hitting a new type of flow, breathing in the smoke and clearing up my mind. The thoughts of you, I never knew what the hell you got me into.
I do. I think that men are much more interested as generally speaking, in comedy, and it's the norm is more guys trying to make girls laugh than the reverse, right? So I mean, I think that's why men tend to predominate in comedy. But there's always plenty of openings for.
Who is a great woman writer? Name 5 great women writers on Saturday Night Live.
I would say right now we have Paula Pell, who's great. We have.
Hey, you want to take a call from Joel?
Wait a minute,
in Kansas
you're
City? No, I don't want to embarrass you. You're having trouble getting past 1.
Norm, you cut me off when I was naming my favorite women writers. I didn't get to say Emily Spivey, who's there right now, who's a genius.
You're just naming people that are on
Pam
this.
Norris. Huh? No, Pam Norris was a writer like 20 years ago.
Okay, keep going. That's 3. Okay, go.
Rosie Schuster.
Yeah.
I'm just
That's 4.
Tina Fey is a great writer, but I think of her now as a performer. But she's a very good writer.
Well, that's 5.
That's
you did
5.
it, Jim. You did it. You did it.
Oh, I could go on and on.
Okay, go ahead.
All right, let's do 10 then.
Let's because then I'm just going to piss off people I don't name.
All right, Jim. We'll take a break and we'll let you collect your thoughts. Who is the funniest guy ever on Saturday Night Live?
Man, I'd prefer to say that there's like a group of like 10 people who it's hard to find, because it's.
Is it Paula Pell or?
Well, she's not a performer on the show, but
no, but I mean just in the room. No.
You mean the fun? Well, I always thought that Norm, you were one of the funniest people I've ever met in my life. Certainly,
No,
I can't think of. Like
Bill Murray?
Someone like David Spade is hilarious.
He's unbelievably funny, but I meant, he's probably the funniest guy in real life. But I'm saying as a sketch performer.
As a sketch performer, I mean, the list would, and I don't know how to pick from among it, but it would have to include Aykroyd, Bill Murray, Eddie Murphy, Dana Carvey, Will Ferrell. I think there's
So you
a
didn't
lot
like Belushi then?
Well, I don't know that I wouldn't put John at the first tier. That's all I'm saying. I put him like second team.
Because just like
Because
one
otherwise this first team's going to have way too many guys, and they won't get playing time, and they'll be unhappy.
That's interesting. You didn't mention a woman.
Oh, I thought you said the funniest guys. I was going to say the women next.
I said the funniest performers.
Okay, well, see, I hate women. You got it out of me. Still, I think that also I'd say the women we have now. I mean, I don't know how you'd pick among Maya Rudolph and Amy Poehler and Kristen Wiig. I mean,
I think you'd choose Gilda Radner, wouldn't you?
Well, I love Gilda Radner, and I think she was really funny. Okay, she's on the first team. She made the first team.
Sweet, Jim.
But and then I better think of the ones I knew. Well, Jan Hooks was great. You know.
Yeah. Okay, we know you like girls.
This week is Taxi Cab Appreciation Week, so to all you taxi cab drivers out there, I'd appreciate it if you'd take a shower once in a while. How's that go? PLO leader Yasser Arafat announced this week that his wife is pregnant. The happy couple said they really don't care if the child is a boy or a girl, just as long as it hates Jews. The United Paramount Network's new show Star Trek Voyager finished in first place Monday night with a 14.7 rating. For those of you who don't know, one rating point is equal to 950,000 nerds. Well, there's good news this week from strife-torn Ireland, where a historic peace agreement has just been signed. Gee, I wonder if anyone will celebrate by drinking. Angry over the Atlanta Braves and Cleveland Indians' use of Indian caricatures as logos, Native Americans showed up at the World Series tonight. They chanted for hours to protest Indian stereotypes, though it didn't help their cause any when it started to rain. In Nashua, New Hampshire this week, a high school student, Chris Connolly, while attempting to dunk a basketball, lost his balance, crashed down on the rim, and shattered 2 front teeth. Gee, I wonder if by some crazy chance Chris is white. Well, if I can be allowed a personal opinion, you know, I think Harrison Ford's new mustache works. And by works, I mean looks really gay. Well, this week, world chess champion Garry Kasparov defeated an IBM computer in their 6-game chess series. Experts are calling the encounter between chess wizard and supercomputer historic, because, for the first time ever, it brought together both geeks and nerds. In honor of this year's Academy Awards, Carnival Airlines is offering anyone named Oscar a free flight to or from Los Angeles. The airline had tried a similar promotion in the past for the Tony Awards, but according to airline spokesman, they found that their planes were packed with too many, quote, greasy Italians. Last week on Larry King Live, Marlon Brando made the shocking statement that Hollywood is, quote, run by Jews. In response, outraged Jewish organizations made it snow in New York in April. In overseas news, an attempt to lift the ban on gays serving in the British Armed Forces has been defeated in Parliament. This raises a difficult legal question. How do you exactly tell if a British guy is gay? In Bridgeport, Connecticut, the Staticoti Indian tribe is seeking recognition by the Bureau of Indian Affairs in order to open either a manufacturing company or a casino. I wonder which one they'll choose. Manufacturing company or the casino. Potential jurors for the O.J. Simpson case were asked to fill out a 75-page jury questionnaire this week. In the entire state of California, only one person got a perfect score. Chow Ming Wu, who after the trial plans to attend Caltech. In Michigan, state historical commission officials say they will not interfere with the building of a new major sports stadium, even if construction unearths historical artifacts. However, state Indian Affairs officials say that if relics from a Native American tribe are found, they would like to have the land set aside and designated as a sacred tribal burial ground / giant casino. According to the U.S. Bureau of the Census, California's population is expected to grow nearly 18 million by the year 2025. Also by the year 2025, it will be much easier to find a vacant apartment in Mexico. According to a new survey by the Women's Vote Project, women would be more likely to vote if they could send in ballots by mail or if polls were open longer. Also, more women would vote if you were permitted to bake your vote. They like to bake. Finally, in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, a man allowed his 8-year-old daughter to take the wheel of his car, and an accident ensued that damaged 7 other cars and injured 6 people, which once again proves my theory: women can't drive. 4 Wisconsin men have been charged with felony hate crimes after burning a man's buggy simply because he was Amish. If convicted, the men face up to 25 years in prison. But furious Amish leaders say that is not enough. They want the dunking wheel. On Wednesday, NASA launched the Space Shuttle Columbia on its 87th voyage. This trip by the shuttle will feature the first spacewalk ever by a Japanese astronaut who will get to take in the unique perspective of Earth from space. Gee, I wonder if there's any chance he'll take a picture. This week, computer hackers broke into Yahoo, the internet's most popular website, and vowed to unleash a crippling computer virus if a fellow hacker is not released from prison. Experts warn that catching these cyber terrorists will not be an easy task and may require the cooperation of both nerds and geeks. Safer drivers, men or women? Well, according to a new survey, 55% of adults feel that women are most responsible for minor fender benders, while 78% blame men for most fatal crashes. Please note that the percentages in these pie graphs do not add up to 100% because the math was done by a woman. For those of you hissing at that joke, it should be noted that that joke was written by a woman. So now you don't know what the hell to do. No, I'm just kidding. We don't hire women. I'm thankful for women.
Oh, there you go.
The greatest creatures on earth.
That's all right. We'll get behind that one.
I think women are more intelligent than men. Also, Conan, without women, there would be no cookies.
How many Polish guys does it take to screw in a light bulb? The question cannot be answered because Polish people are so fucking stupid that no matter how many of them are available, none of them would ever be able to complete that simple task.
This is a meta joke. Have you aware of these meta jokes?
How many comedians does it take to screw in a light bulb?
How many?
2. One to do it, and the other guy to go, how long's he been up there?
I like that.
On stage.
Yeah, because they was going,
Because they're like, how long?
Oh, that's a good one. That's Polish people. I remember the Poland. Do you remember they were trying to had something? They were trying to land on the sun.
Oh.
I was going to say that the Polish government did actually try to land on the sun back in the.
No, they didn't.
Yes, and they were ridiculed for it because they said you'll burn up when you come anywhere near. They said we're going at night.
Who?
Now,
And come to think of it, I got addicted to you. Oh, no, no, no. And come to think of it, I need somebody like you. Oh, no, no, no. I need someone like
attitude. You have to say this with attitude. So you have to read ahead and use your acting skills. I liked you in She-Devil.
Thank you. A study has found that men are just as likely as women to spread gossip. At least that's what I heard Rick tell Brad, who, by the way, has a crush on Patty.
Oh, does she?
All the racial things against Asians? Yeah, can you tell me them?
Well,
I love when the
Guy
people do that.
Aoki got mad at me one time.
Why?
He's the head of the guys that get defended in terms
So just
of
tell me some.
well, he knows them the best.
Yeah. Oh, you do?
What about this? I call it the G word. The G word.
Do you know the G one?
Oh, gook?
Yes.
Well, you just said that like it came out so naturally.
Oh no!
You're right about
you just said it just like secondhand.
I thought it was a term of endearment.
It's not. But can I tell you guys? Can I tell you guys
Yeah,
where?
you think that's like a fucking handshake?
Tell me some of the Asian things that
like
what you call a guy. Small penis?
No, like names, yeah.
Oh, yellow. Yeah.
Yellow,
man.
That's just what yellow man. That's what you said.
God,
you made that up.
Oh no,
Hey, yellow man, get out of my bar. I've never heard that.
No, that was just
guy
my
runs
favorite.
out of the old one, so he has to make up a new one. Come on.
Norm MacDonald is that's a great one right there.
Yeah, Norm was quite a guy. He was so unique. He was so peculiar too. Norm was very needy in a way, and I'm not speaking out of. I mean, everybody knew that he was needy. He always needed a handler.
Yes,
because he just. I don't know if he didn't know how to do things or he just didn't feel like doing it. Like go on tour with him, he couldn't find his passport, he couldn't find his shoes, he couldn't find this and that.
Are you serious?
I call up Norm. I said, Norm, you want to go to Palm Springs with me? It's a 3-day Jim McClain course. Yeah. So I pick him up. He rides out there with his feet out the window all the way, listening to Johnny Cash. Remember that?
Yeah.
And we get out there, and the next morning I call him to wake him up to go. He's sound asleep. I got to call him like 3 times and knock on his door. And then he gets up and he goes, I can't find my shoes. He's like me with a little kid.
Sounds like every day getting him to this podcast.
He didn't drive. He didn't have no driver's license. You had to like point him in the right direction where to go. And this was without doing drugs or anything. And he loved to gamble. And again, I'm not speaking out of school on that one either. He loved to gamble. And I learned not to loan Norm money because he wouldn't pay it back. And we were in Vegas once, and he asked to borrow $500. So I gave him the $500, thinking he'd pay it back. And he went off to gamble. He came back the next morning. I saw him for breakfast. I said, Norm, you got the $500? How'd you do last night? He goes, oh, you'll get it. You'll get it. The next day, Norm, don't forget the $500. You'll get it. And then the third day, I go, Norm, you got the $500? You keep putting me off. But I mean, this disrespectful not paying me back. He goes, what are you complaining about? You only lost $500. I lost $5,000. Good Lord.
I remember him when he hosted the ESPYs. That's where I met him.
Yeah.
When he hosted the ESPYs, and that was off the charts. I mean, his famous joke about the Heisman Trophy.
What was it?
The joke was about the Heisman Trophy that
Charles Woodson.
Charles Woodson, right?
He's like, Charles Woodson is here.
And there's Charles Woodson. How about that? What a season he had. Great, man. He became the first defensive player to win the Heisman Trophy. And congratulations, Charles. That is something that no one can ever take away from you. Unless you kill your wife and a waiter, in which case, all bets are off.
That must have been a great night.
Yeah.
People would say how brave and courageous Norm's comedy was, but I just call it poor judgment. Yeah.
They asked me to host this thing for Norm Macdonald, and a bunch of people spoke. And everyone was saying really great stuff, and a lot of people were funny. But man, Kevin Nealon had the greatest line, because a lot of us were talking about how brave Norm was, and he really was. He was fearless as a comedian. Yeah. And then Kevin Nealon gets up and he says, he's saying very funny things, and he just says, a lot of people up here are talking about how Norm Macdonald was brave in his comedy. I think of it more as a lack of judgment.
Robert said they got banned from a Biloxi casino once.
Oh, because
and
of Norm?
I thought because Norm was counting cards or something. He said no, because he totally torched the room of all the whales. Like, he made fun of them in a way that was like he didn't read the room. And he absolutely did that poor judgment thing, and that's why they got banned from a Biloxi casino.
Even on his memorial, 10 people walked out. You ever follow him on Twitter, his golf commentary?
Oh, my God.
It was so great.
Hilarious.
Yeah, I mean, he did it just like an announcer.
It was just great. Norm.
Tiger dancing on the green with...
He was just the all-time best, man. No question about it. I do remember him jumping out of like a stage door at Radio City Music Hall when, we were all getting ready for the night, and he was asking about a score of a game. Like, he just thought like I would be like his own personal sports phone. Like, hey, who's winning that game?
And come to think of it, I got addicted to you. Oh, no, no, no. And come to think of it, I need somebody like you. Oh, no, no, no. I need someone like you.
Version of Canada, but one of your other counterparts who's Canadian that you didn't mention there, Norm Macdonald, I can't see Norm having the same kind of sentimental attachment to Canada, or did that come up?
No, I don't hear him talking that much about Canada. I don't know if he remembers that he's from Canada.
He does occasionally. He seems very proud. He and I correspond sometimes, and I think it's mostly, I'm a fan of his and he knows it, but I think it's because I'm Canadian as well. I think he's got pride for it, but I mean, he's an enigma to so many of us. You've been on his show. I haven't gone through the entire archive. Have you gone hiking with Norm yet?
Well, funny you should ask. You're right. Norm is an enigma, and he is a friend, and I do like him. And we've toured together before. But, we were out in the Grand Cayman Islands about 2 months ago doing the Kaboo Festival out there. And I said, Norm, why don't we do a hike? Because I've been trying to get him, and he's been saying, yeah, he'd do one. And so he says, yeah, let's do one. I said, we'll do it on the beach. So we were all set to do it, and I go... I do the intro on the beach, before he gets there, and the outro and all that stuff. And then I go take him out to lunch, and then we finish lunch. He goes, oh, I got to get my hat. And he goes back to his room, and I'm waiting for him at the elevator, and he texts me saying, I'm watching the golf tournament right now. Tiger's playing. And I said, okay. And then 10 minutes later, he texted me. He goes, I can't go. I got diarrhea from that sandwich you bought me. So I never got the hike with him.
Oh, man. I have a similar sort of story. I mentioned we exchanged messages, and I asked him to be on the show. I've asked him a few times, and he always says, certainly. He'll direct message me back, certainly. And I'll say, okay, when? Give me a day and time, and then nothing. And then he'll write me something about something else. He doesn't. This is a thing with Norm, right? He can't commit to meeting with people, it seems.
Yeah, maybe that's it. I don't really know, but he's a funny guy, of course. He's very entertaining, and he is kind of quirky, and he's an enigma, and that's part of the thing that makes him so, I guess, endearing and interesting and entertaining.
And lastly, Weekend Update has been part of SNL for 46 seasons. And here I'd like to pay tribute to one of the best we ever had, Norm Macdonald. Thank you.
Are you planning any tribute to Norm Macdonald? And can you tell us about how much he's impacted you and the staff and everything, just his legacy?
I think he meant the world to the people there. I can tell you from just the number of people I've heard from, the number of people that have gone and talked about Norm. All of us had when you work with somebody for that many years and they make you laugh and you're aware of who they are as a person and as a friend, I think Norm was one of the funniest people I've ever known, and because he's Canadian, I'd put him right there up in the top 5.
Say this is an award for late night comedy. No one was funnier in the last 20 years than Norm MacDonald on late night comedy. So if you have any time in the next week, do what I did and just spend time YouTubing clips of Norm and Conan, because it just doesn't get better than that. Thanks so much.
Last month, an 80-year-old Albuquerque woman was awarded over $2 million in damages from McDonald's after she spilled some of their coffee in her lap and suffered severe burns. As a result, McDonald's this week has put a warning label on its coffee cups that read, "Caution, do you think you can manage to avoid pouring it directly on your crotch this time, you senile old hag? Think you can manage that, huh?" A California man has sued McDonald's, claiming he contracted AIDS from one of its pork sandwiches. McDonald's disputes his charge, but the man insists, quote, "That sandwich gave me AIDS just as sure as I'm a male prostitute." While at a local town meeting in Montpelier, Vermont last week, representatives from the McDonald's Corporation, who want to put a restaurant in a historic district, were booed by angry residents, but they were cheered by the town fat guy. Every town has one, the town fat guy. Yeah, the big news story this week, have you seen those ads for Ronald McDonald is growing up?
Yeah.
And they have him in a discotheque and stuff, and
They show him in more adult situations.
right, he's trying to grow up. Now he wants to be called, he insists on being called Ron.
Really?
The Happy Meal now consists of a big bottle of whiskey.
You know what? Every time we have Norm MacDonald in here, Sully does something to screw up.
He does, doesn't he?
Sully, get over here. By the way, Norm MacDonald and Kevin Farley, you're Chris Farley's brother, right?
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
right.
a little resemblance going on there.
I look a lot like him. Yeah.
Yeah.
Man, they are working you guys
You
to
know
the
the song.
bone.
You know the song. I have a song for Kevin that I wrote.
Is that right?
We're just starting it, but you remember the song from the old days? I'm not Lisa.
Yeah.
My name is Julie.
Uh-huh.
Lisa left you years ago.
Yes, I know the song, yeah.
Okay, so listen to this one. I wrote
Okay.
it like a Weird Al Yankovic. Right?
Okay.
Norm wanted me to do this
Go
on
do it.
stage
Just do
last
it.
night.
Do
I go,
it.
I'm not Chris. My name is Kevin. Chris was funny. I am not.
You wanted him to do that.
Yeah.
That would kind of be counterproductive.
I'm
when you go-
living in his shadow.
Very nice.
Trying to scrape a career off some brother of mine.
Wow.
Yeah, Norm wrote that.
You're getting
You guys-
as
nice
bad.
collaboration here.
You're getting as bad as the way Adam Sandler kind of screws you over in the movies.
What the?
What's the last thing he made
He
you
always
do?
gives you some kind of goofy thing to do in his movies.
Well, I was actually in the last movie. I'm not even in it. I didn't make it, but my stand-in did.
He's tired of you. He's tossing you into the
You're
curb.
standing.
Yeah. Like he comes off a thing, and his shorts are rolled up, so you can see the guy's ass, which people will assume is my ass.
You have an ass stand-in.
Yeah, because I don't want to show anyone my ass. So anyway,
An ass double.
very, very seldom does the stand-in get more face time than the
The actual
the
person.
actor. But
Or ass time.
it did happen this time.
So now, has he picked any other weird roles for you at all?
I just did a table read with Al Pacino's in his next movie, so you do the table read.
Really?
And it's really funny when you do a table read and there's an actual actor there. And all the rest of us are just trying to, because you get your script and you read your line, then you go, hey, and the night before you read it in the mirror or some stupid thing. I think that was what real actors do. And then I just pick a word that I'll emphasize. I go, I'll say that louder than the other one.
Well, that's what Pacino does.
I underline that word.
Yeah.
But no, you know what Pacino did? It was really weird. He didn't even go off the words, like maybe I don't know, maybe because he's a real actor. I don't know. Because everyone else was saying the exact words, and he can read, but I think he was just trying to get the emotion or something. So maybe the line would be like, hey, you better not go out with that Joan. Don't you know that I'm the one that loves her? I love her.
Yeah.
And then he'll really go like, you're going out with Joan, I see. I don't know if that's I like it. I don't know if I like that. I don't know if I like you going out with Joan, because the thing is that I love him myself. I love him myself. I can't do an impression, but like he was just all over. He was just trying to find. It was interesting to watch.
Yeah. So you should do that the next time you do a read.
Me?
Yeah.
Just learn to act within now and then.
Yeah. Just start making up your own lines when you do these things.
Yeah. No, but if I did it, like if nobody knew Al Pacino and we were at that table read, he would be fired by the middle of the table read. Because in the table read, he was the worst actor of anyone.
Is that right? Really?
Yeah, like if you saw him, if you didn't know. But it was because it was like watching like if Tiger Woods on practice day or something, just trying stuff over a tree or something. You know what I mean? Like he doesn't care. What does he care?
He's Al Pacino.
Like if he was if Tiger was playing me, he goes, I guess I'll just try this. I'll do it left-handed. With so that like Pacino just stumbling around, was knew how to act, and everybody else is like, I can read.
So hey, we've got now. How long have you been touring? How long have you been touring with Kevin Farley?
Kevin Farley is my new experiment.
Really?
How long have you been experimenting?
He's experimenting on me.
There's 40 days straight. I think we have 78 shows or something.
Wow.
By the end, he's going to be a stand-up. Well, no, because he's just starting.
I'm just starting. Yeah,
Really?
I just started. I'm more of a.
Technically, he's a stand-up. But I mean, an actual,
Yeah.
I got a lot to learn. I learned from the pro because I came from improv. I'm not. I did Second City and that thing.
Yeah.
So stand-up's kind of new.
So how's the experiment going so far?
He's experimenting on me.
You can tell he's studied improv by that great exchange. You're like, you did, huh? Yes.
Bagging on
You good at improv, were you? Yeah.
Yeah.
Did it for a year.
Yeah. You can tell the experimenting will go on. This is what he calls experimenting. Like, come on into my room at 2 a.m. I got an experiment I got to try on you. Come on in. We got some pizza. Let me experiment on you. All right, Norm. No problem.
Well, Norm, you're looking good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I did, really?
Yeah, you've been looking good. You got a tan
just
going
good
on.
liars.
You've been hanging around the pool.
No, I don't have a tan. It's a skin disease.
Big difference.
Well,
it's easy to confuse the two.
I mean, it's not serious or anything. But it's just.
What is it?
I'm supposed to apply ointment to it because it gives. What it is it's some yeast thing. It gives me rosy cheeks, but then people always think I'm healthy. So
Yeah, you're looking good.
Yeah, you got a roof. I go. I should just. Why am I even saying I have a skin disease? I should just accept it. Yeah, I've been feeling good about things.
You got any ointment?
I get out. That's all I'm doing is I'm actually trying to tamp it down with the ointment.
Sully do a decent job on the coffee or what?
No, look at it, man. What is that?
It's crap is what it is.
The thing I like is he says, I'd like some coffee. Sully just ran out of here and didn't ask what you
I
wanted.
know, I was
in
trying
it.
to say it. I was like, I can't cream. It doesn't matter, I guess. It just comes one way.
There's only one way here.
Yeah. That's like when I was a kid. My dad was real old when he had me. He was like 50.
Yeah.
So I lived in this little farm, and everybody was like old men. And all the younger, like the old men's kids, had already fled to the city. So it was just my old. We were the only kids, just old men. But I forgot what I was saying.
Your dad was old.
Yeah, but what were we talking about just before that?
We were talking about
Coffee?
Coffee, yeah. We're talking about
Sully.
coffee shops.
Your disease?
Your skin disease.
And
the kids flee into the city.
I can't remember.
I can't remember.
No, I go on my little side.
Little ADD kicking in.
We ate bad pizza last night. That I know.
We did. We did
At
it
2 in the morning.
At 2 in the morning
Yeah, went
after
to sleep. And
experiment.
you know when you're so tired and you're eating the pizza, and so you don't even chew it, so it's just triangular pieces that are falling into your belly. So now they're digesting. I have partially digested pizza in me right now.
And I woke up with salty mouth.
I'm digesting right now.
That wasn't because of the experiment, was it?
Hey, you ever look at a girl, man? You go, girl's digesting as we speak. You know what I mean? If you actually think of what she's doing, you just look at her skin and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But all this stuff is going on within her. You know. Like scant feet away, like she's digesting food and turning it into feces.
Are you a single man, Norm?
Oh, it's disgusting when you think about it. That's why you shouldn't think about it. You shouldn't think. They say you treat women like objects. You're like, yeah, what do you want me to treat them as, like actual skeletons with livers and stuff? See what they really are? Yeah.
Kevin, are you married?
Mm-mm.
He was married.
You said that emphatically.
No.
He was married.
I don't believe it. I was married for 2 years, and biggest mistake of...
No! So what happened with that?
It was a disaster. I'm not real good at that whole thing. I'm not real good at it. I just realized that. So I just, I'm not even going to try.
What was the final nail in the coffin on that one?
I just basically me. I think that what her last word was "you're nuts" and goodbye, and it sort of stuck with me. So I'm much happier being, free. And
His
singing.
experiment.
He told me a thing, man. He said, why buy the cow when you can go to gay bathhouses every single night?
You even have him blushing on that one. He looks like he's been in the sun now.
You have a skin disease, do you, Kevin?
Why do you think I took the San Fran gig?
Guy waits 35 minutes to do the comeback.
That's his improv.
That's his improv.
Yeah.
Timing.
Right.
It's timing.
Yeah, it's all timing. He has a typewriter. We have to stop.
A little pregnant pause.
We have to read a newspaper while you're typing. And then he goes, we're in San Francisco. No laugh at all.
Norm MacDonald and Kevin Farley playing at Cobb's Comedy Club. Guys.
No, weren't you born in San Francisco?
No.
I thought you were.
It's crazy.
I'm sorry. I don't know. Where were you born? Oh, you were reared in San Francisco. No, I know there was something where he was.
Yes.
You spent a significant part of your youth in San Francisco. I didn't know the exact story. What? Jim McAleese. Did you Google him yet?
You know what? I'm trying over here.
Well, wouldn't you want to get a hold of Jim
It's hard to
McAleese?
Google Canadians.
Because I told you he's your doppelganger. He's exactly like you. He looks
telling
like
me-
you, and he has the same sense of humor as you.
Really?
And he talks like you.
What does he do for a living?
He's done a little broadcasting,
Unemployed?
but he's a stand-up comedian.
Really?
But he's a lot like you, and I always go, I don't know, last time I told you when I was here, and you still never found him?
No, I've never found him.
Well, how would you like he could be a guy you talk to? You go, what's going on in Canada? Because you're just like me, so you could have his experiences, and you'd relate to everyone because you have the very same viewpoint. You're like the same guy.
You know what? I think this may be a movie for you.
No, just do
So,
it in
yeah.
real life. It would be fun. You can find people anywhere. Are we doing another segment, or is this it?
This one went so long, I think that was it.
All right, man. Well, Google him, find his Facebook. Jim Macleese is MCALEESE.
Oh, you know, Baby Huey's going to find him for me now. Yeah.
Put it on the YouTube saying, find Jim Macleese. And then you can put that up on the YouTube, me saying that he should do it.
Norm MacDonald, Kevin Farley playing at Cobb's, Cobbs.com for tickets.
Yeah.
Tonight, tomorrow, and Sunday as well, or no Sunday?
No, you guys got to show Sunday,
yeah.
right?
Wow.
Yeah.
The experimentation continues.
Yeah.
There you go.
You'll be better by Sunday, pal.
Guys, thanks for dropping by.
Yeah, it was
Thank
fun,
you.
man.
All right.
Lamont and Tonelli, weekday mornings 5 to 10 on 107.7 The Bone.
Also, we've asked Norm MacDonald. I'm doing the Jimmy Kimmel Show on Wednesday night, and I have not boldly at all, I have total confidence. I will open my set on the Jimmy Kimmel Live Show on Wednesday night, December 3rd, with the joke that Norm MacDonald will write during this podcast. The only parameters, and it doesn't have to be this, but I'd like it to be about airport security, how intense it's gotten. Anything jump off?
What is because I've heard that it's more intense or something.
Well, the pat
I
downs.
need more information.
The pat downs are a little bit more invasive. People are saying that their genitals are being touched. One woman had to remove her fake breast. She had like a breast.
Well, what happened is the new scanners. Some people are It's not just the metal detector; it's a scanner, and it sometimes depicts you in an embarrassing way. So more people are rejecting the scanner.
In other words, they can see you like with X-ray vision. They can see your body.
So
naked.
now if you reject the scanner, which you're entitled to, you get a pat down, but the pat down is pretty thorough. And some people are saying, you can pat me down, just not, on my privates.
Oh, okay.
And they're like, no deal.
So the airlines are saying, well, you made a choice to fly, and with that choice comes what some people consider to be overstepping. Norm, let's update us. What do you got for me? Opening joke, Jimmy Kimmel Live, Wednesday night. We're looking for
what's going on?
Pat him down at the airport joke. Yeah. Now, again, no pressure. We've got another 12 minutes or so until this podcast is over.
Hey, do they ever do that thing where, isn't there something where they check your ass?
Yeah, it's a probe. Anal probe.
Do they do that at the airport? What?
That's a bad attempt. That's a bad attempt at a joke.
Mike, why don't you just say it, Mike?
Gibbons
you don't want your fucking fingerprints on it?
He's an artist. No,
the TSA might think I keep my weapons between my festive testicles and what the fuck?
My anus.
And my anus.
What are you, in third grade? That's the stupidest joke I've ever heard. No wonder you handed it to him.
He didn't read the punchline.
What's the punchline?
Can I start from the beginning?
You know, you can't.
No, but what if I thought of something?
I'm trying to keep this ABC safe. This is the Disney.
Okay.
All right. TSA might think I keep my weapons between my testicles and my anus, but they'd be right. How about...
You're going meta on meta.
You should go, TSA should know. I doubt they'll find anything on me because I keep all my weapons near my male G-spot. Give them that warning.
You want to open with that?
I love it.
If they're not on board for that,
what's a good TSA
walk.
joke?
You know what? If they don't laugh at that, I give them the finger. I walk off Jimmy Kimmel stage.
I think working male G-spot into a joke is fairly new ground. I think it's kind of funny.
I want to go old ground on the first joke. I want something people can actually laugh at.
Listen, man, don't they put your fingers? Don't they put their fingers in your ass?
That's old school.
I've read that. I've heard about that.
They can put their fingers in your ass. Yeah.
Can
no,
they?
not fingers. One.
All right. Can you say that in a clean way?
Yeah, anal probe. They can do an anal probe.
Yeah.
Digit.
So can you say? Can you work? Can you? I can just give you the. I can just give you the raw ingredients of a joke.
Give me the Garofalo.
I'll give you a tablet. Okay, so it's maybe they combine it somehow and check your prostate at the same time.
That's not. I see where you're going with it. So maybe it's like,
wait,
I flew.
Did I not just say male G-spot? That's what it is.
No,
Shut
but this
up,
way
Mike.
it's like a health service. It's
I like it. So I just flew in from New York, and good news is
there you go.
I'm not carrying any loaded weapons. The bad news is
I have
6 months to live.
to live.
It needs more
Well,
explaining.
it needs more explaining, though.
The
Raw
good news.
ingredients.
I had a digital exam.
They gave me a digital exam at John F. Kennedy Airport.
Good news is I'm not a heroin mule. Bad news is I'm not a heroin mule.
So I just flew in from JFK, and man, I don't know how else to say this.
Is my prostate tired?
That could work.
Maybe.
Just flew in from John F. Kennedy
It's a
Airport,
little
and boy is my
The screening is crazy at these airports. I
Cavity?
just flew in from JFK, and boy, is my prostate tired. There you go.
Yeah, I
Boy,
think
is
that's a
my
word.
cavity. Yeah. It's a little leap.
I just flew in from John F. Kennedy Airport and flew in with my mother, and I had no idea she had such full round breasts.
Boy, is the security guard's finger tired. I don't know.
I just flew in from just got into the airport. I'm not saying that the exam was intense, but tomorrow night I'm meeting the guy's mother. I just flew in. They gave me an exam that was so intense. The good news, that hemorrhoid's gone.
The bad news is I have an impacted molar.
Now that's intense. That's deep.
Boy, is the TSA guy's arm tired. That's close. It's a tough TSA. It's tricky.
No, it's not. This is easy.
Is it?
Just flew in. Flight was on time. I can tell because the guy screening me's watch is up my ass.
That's a great one.
There we go. Okay, done. I'm glad I had you write a joke for me, Norm
Were
MacDonald.
you just sitting on that the whole time?
No, I just thought of that.
That's
Know the end is day, nobody's gonna change. You won't ever leave. On my mind again, I'm still not tired of it. Can make you want me. And I may act okay, say things will stay the same. Say I'm all out.
Okay, cool, man.
You're the kind of guy that likes games. Here's
Yeah, I love
a game that I thought of today. It's called Talk Your Way Out of It. I'm going to give you a situation that you're stuck in, and you're going to need to talk your way out of it somehow.
Okay.
You meet a beautiful woman. She wants to have sex with you, but she wants you to wear an afro wig. And while you're having sex with her, she's screaming racist shit at you. And then her neighbor opens the door and comes in. He's a black guy, and he's got a baseball bat.
All right, so I agree to do it.
Oh yeah,
Is that
you
what
want to
you're
have
saying?
sex with her. So
I'm
you're
doing it?
You're willing to wear the black African wig,
So
and
I'm-
she's screaming horrible racist stuff. The guy walks in. He's black, and he's got a baseball bat. He's
But
very
wait,
angry.
He walks in coito, like while we're doing it?
Yeah, her door wasn't fully locked, and the yelling was so loud. He could hear you guys from next apartment. He could
Oh, yeah.
hear her yelling the N-word and
I see.
fuck me. And
I got you.
And so
And
he
how
was-
do I talk? You want me to talk
now
my
you
way out of
gotta
it?
you gotta talk to the black gentleman who's got the
Okay.
baseball bat and talk your way out of this situation.
Okay. Hey, bro, let's kill this honky bitch.
So you just commit to black. You just go.
Yeah,
I'm
go.
with you.
Come on, man, you and me, jive turkey.
And that was Talk Your Way Out of It with Norm MacDonald.
I meant to say Shudini.
Shudini.
It's no Ford Fairlane.
Where is he, Shudini?
Yes.
No, I haven't.
Do we have a copy of that
God
commercial?
damn, I wish we could. We're going to get
Because
one.
in it,
Brent's
going to
get a copy of Shudini. And what was it? Was it great?
Oh, wait, yeah, it was like a fake infomercial, right?
Yeah,
or was
no,
it
it was
real
real.
infomercial? Oh, my
People
God,
thought it
that
was
was
fake.
real?
And it's like, you
what
know
was
how
the catchphrase, though? It's like a shoehorn.
on
but
a
lot-
stick.
I can't believe that was real.
They would have these old people trying to put their shoes on and off and falling down dead, like they a look of terror and then falling to, and you
you go, oh, how many old people die from putting their shoes on. And, you know, some people, if you're cynical, you might go, well, why don't they sit in the chair when they put their shoes on? But it's just, your shoes on is a backbreaking chore. One wrong step, you could end up on the floor. And trying to get them off can hurt even more. Well, now there's Shoe-Dini, the world's first shoe horn that lets you get your shoes on and off with ease. Shoe-Dini has a telescoping handle that gives you the reach you need so you can slip your shoes on without bending over. And unlike regular shoe horns, Shoe-Dini has a patented grip clip that holds your shoe in place while you take it off. Just slide it in and slip them off. Shoe-Dini works with all your shoes. You can even use them on sneakers. Right and just look how easy it is to put on and take off dress shoes, even when they're laced up. No more wrinkled clothes trying to get your shoes on. No more scuffing and damaging your shoes trying to get them off. Shoe-Dini is perfect for anyone with arthritis or back pain, especially those with limited mobility. Plus, the grip clip lets you pick up your shoes off the floor without bending over. So stop bending and struggling with your shoes every day and get them on and off the easy way. Get Shoe-Dini right this second. Come on, please. It's not just a shoehorn. Look at that shoehorn like erotic look when she
so
pulls
call
the
now
thing
and
out.
get your Shoe-Dini for just $14.99. You'll also receive our Shoe Renewer, the one-pack clear coat refinisher that works on any color to keep your shoes looking fresh and new. Plus, it's great for restoring handbags too. A $15 value free. But call right now and we'll double the offer. Just pay shipping. That's right. You get 2 Shoe-Dinis and 2 Shoe Renewers. All for only $14.99.
Yeah, it was.
Well, it has that hook that I like. Yeah.
Yeah. But seriously, what does something like that pay?
That wasn't bad.
Yeah. What about the time when the old product works, like can of Corey apple?
Oh, yes. Yeah.
What, an apple core?
I'm the chef for the future.
Chef of the future! Chef of the future!
Ha ha!
What have you brought with you, Chef of the future? Who, pray tell, is this?